Cole on the same show.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and I am yelling already because it's a Monday night, and we are ready to go. If I just blew out your eardrums, well, welcome. That all being said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We did put Monday in the books, folks, so congratulations. Welcome to the stream tonight. Man, the wrestling world is a buzz. Stories aplenty to get into. We got 3+ hours to do it. Raw is tonight. We are heading towards WrestleMania. And man, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of stories, and a lot of excitement. Let's go. Ding, 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 gentlemen and ladies, we are live and ready to go. And see what I did there? But folks, like I said before with a little video, we are here for 3+ hours of Monday Night Raw tonight. We got lots of wrestling to get into, but as always, we got to introduce who's going to take you on this journey on this wonderful Monday. The day's a little longer, a little brighter, that's a little happier. But as always, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and I got this guy with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yowie wowie, do we have some things to talk about when it comes to pro wrestling?
Yowie wowie, indeed.
Speaking of which, I have Edge coming out right now on my screen, but yowie wowie, do we got some things to talk about?
Woo! Hot topic. It's always a hot topic, and as usual, especially when it comes to
it's always a confusing topic.
Yeah. As usual, when it comes to Bray Wyatt, we're lost. We have no idea what's true, what's fake, what's bullshit. He quit. He's hurt. He's sick. There's a family issue.
There's a return. Yeah.
There's a return. Like, what the fuck is going on? This was confusing.
It's so confusing. Even he doesn't know. He had to take a pause for the cause to go and figure this shit out.
He's like, I'll be back. I don't even know where.
He's like, I don't even know at this point, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Where was I going with this story? Oh.
Too many vitamins, folks. But I will take a second of Jack. What up, Victor? Damn it, Nick! I keep telling you, it's the trios tag team champions of the world. Well, no, we got like 4+ peoples. All of that. We got,
yeah, it's a big
hosts,
team.
We got
it's a big team. It's like the NWO.
We got anybody and everybody. We're gonna have more titles than AEW does at this point,
right? We're getting more members in the NWO at this point, where we just, we've got multiple.
Yeah, we got the 4 lifers. Now we're literally living up to that.
Dude, by the way, not to interrupt what you're saying, but LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, sign me up.
Yeah.
Let's go. Out of left field, we're in.
Yeah.
And we're getting here.
We're getting KO versus Solo in a street fight as well. This is a stacked Monday Night Raw.
They waited till Monday afternoon
to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Christ, we're starting off with Edge, and we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, like they literally waited till Monday afternoon. Like I was making the graphics for tonight, and like the thumbnails go out, and I'm like, okay, we got a pretty big story as far as the bloodline, but there's nothing really to bite into. We didn't really know what we were gonna get this afternoon. Just started chucking little fucking cherry bombs out, pop, pop, and dude, now I'm jazzed for this show. Let's go.
Absolutely. See, yeah,
yeah.
Damien, what up? Matt, what up? Jack, what up? Ramen, what up? JV, Terrence, everybody. And like I said, we're kicking it off right now with already we've got Edge coming out in the ring. So are we getting Edge versus Demon Finn Balor at WrestleMania?
I think so. I think Finn's like I have no problem if Finn says I'll fight you, but you know what? I've tried to put you away and you keep coming back. You're forcing me to go to the dark side, Edge. And I mean, I know people are going to, some of the traditionalists might feel like, well, wait a minute, like he's going to get a pop and he's supposed to be the bad guy. I don't give a shit. It's WrestleMania.
We get a bit of the, brood, get ready.
Yeah, I mean,
Edge and everything.
Edge gets a tighter leather jacket.
No, he just comes out with a blouse. Does mother know thou weareth her drapes?
Right. Hey, I'm all for
spectacles and everything.
I mean, we just buried Christian, so if we could get Christian and Gangrel
back, Gangrel and the Chalice,
right? Let's go. Let's fucking really do it. And you know what? I don't want to see any purple blood. Get it right.
A red viscous liquid, according to WCW. But we've got Finn out now because Edge already called out Finn. So it looks like I said we're setting up for that's going to be the match. So Damian is just left by the wayside because we've got Dom versus Ray, we've got Rhea versus Charlotte, we've got now Finn versus Edge, and Damian's just going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
He pretty much. He might win it. I'm all for him winning it.
And he spray paints it in purple like the Outsiders from AEW.
I went to instantly thought of Joker. Like Jack Nicholson Joker spray paint and everything.
Party man.
Give me the bad day.
I thought you were about to go, I'll make this pencil. I'll make this trophy disappear. Ta-da!
I love that moment.
Chelsea versus Belair tonight. I almost said Baylor.
Yeah, we get Greener versus Belair. I didn't see this one coming.
Well, is it going to actually happen, or is she going to have to speak to Adam Pearce?
Yeah, I think she was. I think she was kind of complaining and whining, but that's kind of the gimmick, right?
Right. Edge talking about
I wasted my comeback with all of you who kills me. We agree. Edge says, I've wasted my comeback with you guys.
I didn't even, yeah. Well, I heard him talking about last year I wrestled in front of a bunch of TV screens in the Thunderdome. So it's still crazy to think that Edge has kind of been really back that long.
He's been on and off though, right? Like, I mean, he's been back for a year because of Rumble, but right. I mean, we've seen very little of him.
He's shown up sporadically, but I will say, what up, Heather? What up?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll bring this up now. I want to touch on this when we get to commercial. K-Dog confirmed to induct Ray. Yeah,
I'm shocked about this decision actually, but we'll get there.
We were live when they announced Ray, and we were like, I don't know if they'll really go for K-Dog, and they've kind of said initially that they weren't going to do it. So
yeah, I'm surprised, but that goes. We'll get to that in the commercial because there's another thing.
Right.
Does Dominic Mysterio have his tattoo artist like on standby? Like, is he in the dressing room? I feel like every week now he shows up with a new tat. We got to make you look older and rougher. Let's go.
Or just fresher. I mean, well, Christ, I know Rhea's sat in there and gotten tattoos backstage and all of that. So, I mean, that would actually be pretty badass and pretty metal if you got a rolling tattoo artist.
Just follow us around. I feel like he's getting more by the week. Uh-oh. Hell in a Cell at Mania.
At WrestleMania. Hell in a Cell. So it's finally going to happen, folks. We're going to finally get Edge versus Finn, but I don't think we get Demon.
No, if you're going to hell, you got to bring the demon with you. You can't go to hell without the demon. You can't leave the demon on the shelf.
The crowd, though. Yes.
They're fucking like, let's go.
This is one of the few times, though, that they've made a match that the stipulation fits it versus the stipulation and force a match into it.
I'm sick of you and your goons. We're going to lock them out. And we're going to go fucking toe-to-toe. Let's go. I'm sick of your shit.
I'll see you at WrestleMania, so... 100%, folks. Signed, sealed, and delivered. We are getting. Yes. But until then,
bye. So one of the things I do want to talk about with the family out there and yourself tonight is the current WrestleMania card as it stands now, and how we feel about it. Now, I will say this before we get into that topic: it definitely got an improvement with confirming this.
I feel like it keeps getting improved.
It could steal the show. Thing. Who's going to help Edge? Private party, probably. I mean, street party.
Right?
My bad. Street party.
We've got Gargano and we've got the Way coming out.
Oh, the Way.
So we're gonna. I think Damien actually called it. We're getting the Way essentially. Dexter Lumis, Gargano, and Candice versus the Judgment Day.
I don't like it. And Rhea Ripley should dust Candice LeRae. Like, it's not even a fair fight.
Yeah, a little
so
bit.
Are we going to come back to a multi-person tag match here?
A 6-person intergender match, I believe.
Okay.
But yes, I will say yes, it's Hell in a Cell. Shout out Scott. Thank you very much for the super chat again, folks. We do have the super chat with super stickers, the Discord, the Spotify, the merch store. We got anything and everything for
We're
you.
just generally super.
Right.
Right.
But yes, if you want to help support the channel, if you want to just make sure that we get to your comment and everything, especially if we're going to run through all the topics that we got going on today, make sure you get the super chat, the super sticker in. But so we are in commercial.
That was a hard pause. What happened?
No, I wrapped it up. I was about to say,
okay,
we're in commercial right now. So do you want to get, which do you want to talk about first? The WrestleMania card, or do you want to, since we just had a match?
No, talk about K-Dog. I like K-Dog. We can get into K-Dog now. We got all night to talk about WrestleMania. What does that one say?
Mick Foley announced he was asked to induct someone at the Hall of Fame. I'm curious of who it is. Cornette.
No,
I heard that too. I wonder, and
really?
fact checkers can correct me. I feel like Terry Funk's a Hall of Famer, but I can't confirm that. So
Terry Funk has to be a Hall of Famer.
Who else would Mick Foley have a big enough?
Yeah, like why would Mick Foley induct a Cornette, or why would he induct like the Rock and Roll with Cornette?
Maybe Vince.
Mick Foley inducts Vince?
I mean, who? It's not someone in the family.
Vince inducts Vince.
Yeah, very true.
He just walks out and just
Mick Foley introduce. After he just got sidetracked.
Walks out and says, roll my shit.
Read it, pal.
No.
See, Money already correcting me if Terry Funk got inducted in 2009.
Yeah, I thought so. There's no way.
Let us know who you think it could be. LJ, what up?
LJ, what's going on? And folks, if you remember LJ, I remember LJ. Do you remember LJ?
I thought you were asking them. I didn't know you were asking me. I was like, I called her. I pointed out it's LJ, so of course I did.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but hi, LJ. And you guys might see more of LJ back here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Hi, old friend. Right. She's going on Wednesday. She'll be there in Pegger. Right. Hey, LJ, is it going to be Taya Valkyrie?
Who else could it be?
It could be LJ.
It could be Luna.
I said that earlier today. I was like, is it going to be Luna Havoc?
Right. But Ratnit, what up? C-Money is saying Wrasslin for life. Future guest, Johnny Gargano. Ooh, make it happen, folks. Make it happen. Blow this shit up and we'll make it happen.
I want to talk to Dexter Loomis.
He'll just draw pictures. It'd be a 100% visual podcast and everything. It would be you talk and then he plays like Pictionary.
Right. Thank you. But yeah, so you wanted to get into K-Dog. We get so distracted.
We talked the whole commercial.
The whole commercial. We're like, by the way, we got a match. Get your predictions in. Ray's here tonight. Man, our ADD is bad today.
Did you what?
Exactly. You made me.
But we've got so it's only Gargano and Loomis versus Dominic and Damian. So folks, give us your predictions, whether you're taking semi-way or
semi-way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, but Dominic doesn't look out of place in the ring with a Gargano.
Well, he looks big compared to Gargano, as do most people. As most small animals and other small creatures.
Squirrels, rabbits, bunnies.
Right. Your Chihuahua looks massive compared to Johnny Gargano. Not wrong. No one ever said in any of that. No one ever said I was wrong.
Yo,
that's not a bad show.
Scott, that's a wicked show. I mean,
I really like that.
If Andre the Giant was still here, she'd probably pick him. But
no, it'd be the Macho Man. Yeah.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Accusation. I know all about Stephanie. Yeah. She snapped into my Slim Jim. Yeah.
Hey.
The cream always rises to the top. Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Can't believe you pulled out the Slim Jim. Pause.
Yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah.
That's a wicked show. That's hilarious. BB Macho Man, son of a bitch. Mick Foley for Steph is wicked though. That's a good show. I
I
think
really didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
But realistically, who inducts Vince? Undertaker?
That would be probably the only one I could see.
Austin? He loves
No,
Austin.
well, it would be
Austin
Austin.
made him famous.
Austin's the one I thought of. Dwayne, no. Hunter, no. Mick, no. It would have to be Taker or Austin unless he does it himself.
I could see that.
Pritchard, maybe.
Fuck off. They get done out there.
Yeah, Kevin Dunn.
I knew you were going to do it right away. Yeah, I don't see Kane having the name to do it. By the way, folks, if you haven't made a prediction yet on the tag match, we take a prediction on all the matches. Right now, we have the Judgment Day against the Way, the Sort of Way. And yeah, get your predictions in. Stay to the end of the show tonight. We will take your rating out of 10. We want to know what all the fans think about the show. So stick around. Taker makes sense.
Right. Well, Taker, perhaps Paul Heyman inducted by Foley. Is Heyman's not a Hall of Famer? That'd be surprising, honestly.
He might not because he's been so
not
active.
A bad shout either,
right? Because he's been active. I do not recall Paulie getting inducted. Now, someone out there can correct me. I haven't paid attention to all the Hall of Fames because it got really hooky.
Torrie Wilson, Coco Beware, I'm looking at you.
Charmel.
Maybe Stacy Keibler. I'm looking at you.
Stacy Keibler's yeah. Oh, I love you, Stacy, but Hall of Famer.
Maybe a different Hall of Fame, but wow.
Hey, Heyman is not. Thank you. What?
Oh, I read this one. Macho was step for a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Allegedly.
Oh, Mrs. Fuller's little baby boy grew up to live his dream thanks to Vince. Fair enough. Ratnick saying Heyman is not in the Hall of Fame.
Big Nick meet Ratnick.
What the fuck? Vitamins threw that all the way off for me.
Big Knees by Gargano, by the way. Oh, Hurricane Rana
dump in. Damien on the outside. Oh, actually, Dom, sorry.
Ooh, Foley inducts Randy Orton.
Ooh, not a bad shot. Does that mean that Randy's done?
Nah, I don't want Randy to be done. Am I selfish?
No, I don't think he wants to be done.
I'd like to see
Gargano with a rolling senton off the ring apron onto both members of Judgment Day as we go into commercial.
Too many commercials in the opening little bit here, but a good start to the show tonight. Like I said, we didn't expect any of the card. When we woke up this morning, a lot of this wasn't announced. So it's been a quick build to all this, but we're getting a street fight with KO and Solo. So they'll revisit it. Now that it's a street fight, I just automatically assume something fuckery is going to happen.
It ends up to where probably the Bloodline interferes initially, and they're laying waste to KO and all of that. And then that's where we get Cody and Sami to come out. And Cody plays, Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. He plays the UN between Cody and KO. Because I feel like at this point, that needs to wrap up. We need to start building towards Usos versus KO. And they've done anything and everything they can to take any bit of babyface heat and just pass it to Cody Rhodes, whether it's Cena coming out and Austin
what a rub that was
to be in the hall at WrestleMania, but I know someone who does, and then they hug it out and they bromance.
Cena
and
gave him
having to be buddies with Cody. Yeah.
Oh, they're giving him the babyface rubbing to Zug as much as they can.
This is like when you're playing like, I don't know, on like an AAU team for those, I guess maybe in the US or maybe in Canada if you had those or whatever, to where like there's that one kid who's supposed to be like the best at this shit, so you just keep passing him the fucking ball, just hoping eventually he's gonna take off, right? Like eventually he's gonna start dunking this.
With that being said, folks, if you were just tuning in, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are on a commercial break. We have over 2 hours and 40 minutes to go in our live coverage.
Wait, what's the Bray Wyatt countdown clocker here?
Oh yeah, we should track the Bray Wyatt
return that's been floating around.
If they put the QR code out before they knew the story of him stepping away, then there might be a null and void. Omos comes out at that time.
You mean it's the whole feud, a null and void?
Well, here's the issue.
Whole build, a null and void.
Okay, if we want to bring that up real quick, here's my question about it. If Bray is stepping away and Again, that has not yet been confirmed or denied by anybody. There's mixed messages out there. But if he does step away and he is not at Mania, at what point do you say, you know what, Bray Wyatt's return was real cool, but ends up being a bust? And can he reset and try again?
I think we're already almost, I want to say, past that point. I think we're teetering on that point, even if he wasn't taking a pause for the cause, anything like that.
Fair enough.
When we've got do the muscle man dance and all of that, and we're trying to make excuses for why he's going after Bobby Lashley, we're already 5-6 months in. We're past the tipping point of now giving it time to, we don't know, like giving it time to breathe.
Yeah.
And at this point, for him to come back and try it again, I don't think that's an option either. I think you've burned your chance because you've done so much. Like you have to go away. Like away. Like the company's probably going to get sold by the time.
Yeah, well, it's just how do you reset, right? You can't just start dropping cryptic Twitter clues again, because I think at that point people might just roll their eyes and be like, "Dude, just show up. We'll see you when you get here." Not playing a scavenger hunt with you again.
Completely just be done with wrestling, I feel.
I don't know if it's that dire, but I mean, you're right though. I mean,
if he goes to AEW, would it not just become an eye roll? If he takes a year off even and comes back and we have the whole White Rabbit 2.0 shit again and everything, would it not still be a little bit of an eye roll?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the dilemma. Like if this is going to pause, I think you're losing it. I think it's slipping through your fingers real quick if it hasn't already. Gone. Right? I mean, that Mountain Dew match did nothing for nobody. Oh my God. Priest lays out Dexter for no reason.
And Victor's saying Bray has an undisclosed physical issue, but that's the thing is we don't know if it's that, if it's a personal issue, if he walked away from WWE, if this is all still just a work and misinformation and all of that, if there's going to be a return or something from him tonight. Okay. Whether he's, even regardless of all of that, whether he's going to WrestleMania, whether he's not going to WrestleMania or anything. And then where do you shift with that?
Mm-hmm. Well, and I want to say this real quick, because somebody close to me brought this up today. And it's a very valid point. I mean, there's a couple stories floating around the internet right now in the IWC. And I don't know why so many members of the IWC want to just kill each other, want to eat each other alive. Like, there's people out there that just can't wait to shit on somebody. Like, the minute somebody has a thought, they're like, I'm going to shit all over it. I don't have a better thought. I'm just going to shit all over your thought. And there's a few really gnarly examples out there right now. So my point is, we do have to remember it's humans. If he's physically hurt and he's going through something, it's none of our business really at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, as far as the contact goes with wrestling, it sucks. But at the end of the day, I hope he's okay. I hope he's safe. And I hope he's doing all right. I hope he can still be involved. I hope all this is bullshit and kayfabe, that the last QR code we got leads to something tonight. But we do have to remember there's human beings involved in all this. There are people too, and just because they're in the limelight, like all the reality stars that people like to stalk, it's not necessary.
Oh, I get to an extent of what you're talking about there, and I'll just say it of Ridge Holland, of people that are blowing that whole situation up can just honestly piss off. And I get what we do say at times and how we call stuff and everything like that. And when we're talking about, oh, well, the story's done, he shouldn't, it's kind of lost the point of maybe he should just not be doing wrestling or he can't really come back. That's all, like I said, that's looking at it as the character point of it does get that blurry line of suspension of disbelief of we're talking about the character of Bray Wyatt versus Wyndham Rotunda, who honestly to me, so it seems like a dude that I would have as an honest to God friend. Like we would have been probably kicking it in high school and everything.
Yeah.
So I 100% want him to be okay if it is whatever that's going on. Yeah. But at the same time, it does get that weird blurry line.
Dexter's on fire.
Which personally, respectfully, and this is coming from me, not from the channel, piss off. And you're not an actual wrestling fan. You just want to be a troll and you just get the rocks off and have a neck.
No, that you can lump me in with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Respectfully, SM blah blah No, I'm not going to say it.
Not respectfully.
You know.
Keep your shit to yourself. This has been about positive vibes from day one.
Right?
It
No,
doesn't always
no.
work, but we do our best. Yeah, I agree. He might have to just scrap it, come back as even if it's more of the the cult leader, but no supernatural, just a creepy dude.
Has he ruined doing supernatural and professional wrestling?
Oh shit, no.
You keep having to say no so much like it's a yes. All of the goofy,
I still think there's a place for it when it's done right.
Now is about to be written because Dexter and Rhea were giving each other the googly eyes there a little bit. So
yeah, no, I'm just trying to. Why are you in the front row sitting down? Get up! Get up! What the fuck?
Yeah, where's green t-shirt guy? Where's the ghoul? Where's all that? Where's
I don't see
frog splash from Dominic. Jesus, I'll get the words out. But no, I feel
not even the save. Sorry,
I feel like Bray has ruined spooky bollocks in professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, yeah, and I agree with you. And then I think sometimes we
you were just saying no.
Wait, what?
That Bray has ruined doing.
No, I still don't think he's ruined it. I think if you do it right, I think he highlights that if you try and be too cryptic, too out there, you are going to lose a good section of your audience. And again, if you're going to do something like he's doing at this level, you got to have some wrestling in there. It's got to be woven into the wrestling, and that's my biggest complaint with this.
Touche.
Right? Mankind wrestled. Undertaker
wrestled. Yeah,
right. They got in the ring and they fucking wrestled.
South of Heaven from Damien for the 1-2-3 onto Dexter after he had the chokehold hit on Dominic. So Judgment Day picks up the win. I don't even think we managed to get predictions in on this.
Oh, I figured the Judgment Day would win, so I'm just going to stick with that.
Yeah,
in the way, and everyone who knows,
I'm 0-0 still.
Yeah, but anybody who knows us knows I'm not. At least I'm not picking the way on any day. Go by the bay.
Play with some hay. Hey, what do you say? Maybe make some play. What? Yeah.
Three Amigos. If my memory serves me correctly, Foley has a history with the Great Muta. Outside of the Great Muta, do you think Tommy Dreamer will ever get the nod? Is Tommy Dreamer a Hall of Famer? I don't know if Tommy Dreamer has politicked himself into a position to get the nod.
He's worked himself out of that. I think Tommy Dreamer
on the contrary
I think he has proceeded to talk himself out of that, much like, and we'll spin this all the way back around as we're heading towards commercial, I believe, as we've already got the movie poster set up for Edge versus Finn Balor at a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania this year. But the fact that they're going to have Conan induct Ronald Mysterious into the Hall of Fame
to get here.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's amazing.
But the fact that that's going to happen tells me...
tells you it's a different world.
It's a different environment. It's a different situation. All of that.
Are you implying that Vincent Kennedy McMahon most likely wouldn't have tapped a Conan for this? He would have found somebody more.
You're gonna give somebody like that a live mic? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm so down for it. I have a feeling like this could absolutely be like the. Now, I mean, it depends on what Conan's thoughts are, long term or short term here. But, I mean, it could be like handing the mic to Steiner.
Moo.
Right? Maybe a little more coherent, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. As we've got the Miz getting interviewed backstage. But honestly, at this point, who gives a Rudy Blue hell?
What's up, Tyler? How you doing? And folks, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We got a lady fight.
The Canadian princess is getting laid out. Trish Stratus getting beat up backstage by Control Delete. They're trying to control delete her out of pro wrestling right now.
Control Delete.
Damage control.
Yeah. Damage control for the newbies.
Right. You'll pick up the
They're
lingo.
really going after this lady's nose.
So she can come back like that. Remember when she had the
mask?
The Rip Hamilton mask?
I liked heel Trish, man. She was a badass.
You just like Trish. Then again, who doesn't?
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, Trish Stratus just got just like a fine wine, man. Kudos to her. She's one of the best that ever did it, regardless of her undeniable beauty.
Of country allegiance or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're just fortunate. We're fortunate.
Yeah, we'll take her in exchange for Chris Jericho.
Stop trying to give us Jericho back. We don't want him.
We don't want him either. Speaking of a match that potentially nobody wants at WrestleMania, we got Omos coming out right now.
Not Omos. He's fighting a Canadian, Brock Lesnar.
No, he's U.S., Minnesota. God damn it!
No, we traded him for Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, as a U.S. representative, we did not allow that trade. That trade has been nullified. I know it's the NFL free agencies and all of that.
You come to Saskatchewan and you get Brock to go back home.
I just cook a steak. Who's a good Brock? Who's a good Brock? Come on, Brock. Come on.
Right? Just keep dropping T-bones along the pathway. See how far you can get them.
Ooh, a piece of meat. Ooh, a piece of meat.
Wrestling Observer. He walked away. Creative issues, of course.
SRS illness.
Yeah, thank you. Illness. Match is going to happen. I know who I lean towards. Also, the last QR code is a scam. It was from a Reddit user. Bomb. Fuck that guy.
Right. Well, and even then, it's still one of those that's a bit of the situation that he's let himself into, of that when you have so much that comes around from so many places and it all could go any sort of way and everything. Like, remember White Rabbit Records? That was a YouTube channel that popped up and got popular for all of 10 seconds because it was involved with this. And just finding backwards clues of like, oh, this code also leads you to the GPS coordinates of a giant pink rabbit in Italy and shit like that. Of when you have so much that could be from anywhere and everywhere, you almost have to trust anything and everything.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean,
that's not talking about Meltzer or Sean Ross Sapp, because I believe Sean Ross Sapp over Meltzer any day.
Oh, 100%. And here's the thing with, I don't know when it became a thing that Meltzer says his opinion on a podcast and the dirt sheets report it like it's fact. I'm not even blaming him. Yes, I believe he's talking out of his ass completely. And again, this is a good example. The minute we hear a story, Bray missed a show. Oh, he quit. And he'll run with that and he'll let it. That's what bothers me about Dave, is he'll let the dirt sheets misquote him and use him as clickbait, even though it's completely and utterly horseshit. And he doesn't have a clue. He's just talking. But if you go through your social media tomorrow, you'll find easy a dozen articles that were like, WWE in peril. And then you click on it. It's as said on the Observer podcast. That's not real reporting, fuckers.
I was about to say, well, damn it, you're taking away our credibility to an extent of, I feel like if that's credible news reporting, then we have just as much credibility as Dave Meltzer.
No, absolutely. Now, I explained this to somebody today that dude, we called it down the middle. We read all the fucking articles. We read every angle, and we come here and we shoot from the hip, unscripted, uncensored. And that's what we want to do. We want to give everyone as much facts as we can. We talk to the people we know. We read into it. We know who's more trustable, who's trustworthy over others. But at the same time, I get it. We're just on podcast giving an opinion. But if my opinion is out there as a fact, I think I'd want to put something out there that would correct that, instead of just consistently putting out horse shit and spewing it and then letting the dirt sheets run wild with it.
Have a follow-up statement. Or I even saw him going back and
more integrity
about the whole Alexa Bliss thing, about her taking a pause, to where someone was criticizing Dave about, of course, he's just throwing stuff out there and he's like, this is from a source within WWE. Like,
that just go to.
You're replying, but still you're replying to, and I get it if you're Dave, we're talking out on both sides of our face, if you're a little bit with this, but if you're Dave Meltzer, like, do you need to responding to anybody and everybody that questions.
No. But at the same time,
you should put out a statement, or you should.
It doesn't need to be a statement, Nick. I really think, and sorry to interrupt, but he does have
Very
a platform where he could easily say, you know what? I noticed an article going around, yesterday, or several articles saying I said the following. Well, you know what? My opinion was really this. And he has a platform to do it. He doesn't have to go out of his way, but he doesn't mind. Especially, he wants people to think that Bray Wyatt just quit. He wants people to think bad shit about the WWE. It's fucking guerrilla warfare. It's bullshit tactics. And again, he's sitting next to a guy who whines that Hawani's on SmackDown. Boo-hoo.
Yeah, well, I got some people that I want to get through here.
All right.
Dave Meltzer has as much credibility as an article from The Onion. Fair enough. Tuna Meltzer works the marks despite being a mark himself. Yes, and that's one thing of we try and be as impartial. If we're wrong on something, we'll turn around and
I'm happily a mark.
Correct ourselves on it. And if we don't know 100% on something, it's allegedly, reportedly,
right.
Accusations, all that. Christ, we made catchphrases off of when we're saying something that we don't know is 100%.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. And you know what? We're usually on here laughing at each other when we completely fuck something up. Right. Cody's neck was really purple? Oh, fuck.
Brock likes out meat. Facts. Screen all red except for KJ. Why?
Pause.
MVP looks like Omos's kid. No, he looks like his uncle. He looks like somebody's dad when they're about to get drafted to the
NBA. Here comes Brock Lesnar.
Cowboy Brock.
Rocking that tux hard.
So if Bray, this might be telling because like I said, I feel like with that whole potential leaks, QR code crap, all of that we've probably passed the time limit on that allegedly.
I think it was like 21:13.
Yeah, something like that, like 23 minutes in the Raw or something. But so we're well past that. But if Bray's done, if Bray's out of the picture, yes. How do we shift Bobby into something? So do we get reunited Hurt Business? Like we saw the picture backstage with Carmelo Hayes, the Street Profits, Omos, and MVP. Do we get something like that, and then we shift Brock involved with Bobby and Omos? Like we just have all of the big beefy boys.
I heard some people, we talked about it earlier today, of like a triple threat between Omos, Brock, and Bobby. People got to stop throwing people into fucking triple threats. There's too many triple threats. And that would be a clunky fucking triple threat.
Well, when Omos is in the ring, you're just kind of playing Ring Around the Rosie, right? Because he's just like a fucking tree planted in the middle of the ring. So, and they have to bleep out the holy SHIT chants.
I don't know how you can. You're good at your job, man.
Well, it's on a half second or so delay, but
yeah, right.
How have you ever seen someone, even like the Big Show, anybody like that makes Brock look this small?
No, well, Omos is a huge dude. Brock is inspecting him.
Are you saying he can have a match with Kenny Omega and tear the roof down, according to another huge dude that we can talk about? Omos showing how big his fist is compared to Brock's head.
I don't know. Brock, hold your hand up. Brock's got fucking ham hock fucking.
He's got lunch boxes for fists.
Yeah, like show your fist. It might not be that much smaller than Omos. His finger's way longer though.
They're gonna shake hands, and it's literally, if you look at Brock's hand, it's 100%. No, but still, it's to me same, like size for size.
It's not bad.
Brock's got fucking lunch boxes for fists. Like I've said this before, of Brock Lesnar still is the alpha male of our species.
Dude, is this actually going to be a legit thing? Oh, Omos with the claw, and then
he's trying to get Brock out. He's trying.
Brock going to jump back in there and beat the shit out of him. Cut his lip.
I think this plays into the whole Brock Lesnar saying, I'm wrapping up, I think this is Brock knowing that He's a big guy, a big star. So if Omos goes over on him, it elevates Omos. And Brock was almost done at, what was it, like 30s, WrestleMania 36?
Yeah. Well, I mean, arguably Brock's been kind of mailed it in for a few years, to be honest.
But no, this is still, it's so funny because it's been best Brock. Of babyface cowboy Brock has been best Brock.
Yeah. And that looked like it legitimately rubbed him at least enough to, I mean, the visual is this. Brock Lesnar is walking away. He didn't just F5 Omos. Now, Omos, as we feared, is clunky as fuck. Facepalm Brock, and I think he cut his lip.
Well, that's the thing, is that whole thing, as much as Brock's looking away, Brock's trying to make him get over.
Right.
It still look clunky as fuck.
They got fucked up on the rope spot.
Well, not even just that, of still, you didn't have any little bit of back and forth. You didn't have Brock going at MVP or anything like that led to that. Of Brock, he may not be a great promo, and his voice doesn't match his physique, but at the same time, he can still talk a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, he's not underrated, dude. Underrated, and we're getting to replay the kick heard around the world. Woo! Now, did he?
Yeah, that was more impactful than JC Jane's super kick on Gigi.
Oh yes, definitely. Now, did he whisper something before he kicked him, dude?
Maybe.
Did Jay whisper, "I trust you"?
I gotta do it. I gotta do what I gotta do, man. He just whispered, "I am my brother's keeper."
Sorry, Ginger.
Brock needs Rick Ross as a manager so he can say to Omos, "You want big motherfucker."
Yeah.
Accusations.
And Rick Ross was never on WWE again.
I don't know. Brock is a modern day Viking, like I've said. He is the alpha male of our species. He's the one that still, if the aliens came down and said, "Send out your biggest warrior," you'd be looking at Brock Lesnar saying, "This is
Brock,
what you're built for.
Go fight the aliens.
Go do your shit." But we've got adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes.
Yo, I'm surprised with this booking, and I feel like this is going to lead to another LA Knight loss. I'm hoping this is a bit of a fuckery match, and LA doesn't take an L. He's not going to get a W, but I don't want him to take an L.
Well, and this also depends on if you believe the dirt sheets about we might be getting LA Knight versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania, but just LA Knight as a whole, he's even said it. You can't have WrestleMania in Hollywood, without LA Knight.
You can't. And the guy deserves to be there, man. He got dragged through that Bray fucking rivalry, and I know the Bray fans are going to say, "Shut up." But the truth is, LA was nothing but a pro in that Bray, and he got nothing out of it. He got nothing from it. He had to lay there on cardboard boxes and take an elbow. And that is
a missed elbow, by the way.
A missed elbow. Like, at least put up a fucking something that blocks you visually from seeing that he missed by 3.5 feet.
Right.
And they just rolled in the hole together. Pause.
It'll be a clean W. He just lost to Kobe. That's another point, too, as well.
Yeah, it's going to stop.
Well, and somebody's saying it's going to be a squash.
Not to L. Come on.
Not to LA Knight. Yeah.
No. Oh.
Do we get bloodline interference and bloodline shenanigans?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they so we got a big street fight coming up tonight. So if I was thinking or kind of putting this together, and what the fuck do I know? But I would literally have some type of tomfoolery for this one. And again, Cody maybe still gets the win, or it's a DQ, or but they fuck with him enough that he's going to want to show back up later tonight. We just drop that seed in the bucket for now.
How you connect the two without it just being, Cody Rhodes is out here to play best buddies to everybody of here I come to save the day.
Commercials are killing me tonight. I feel like a fucking ton of them.
Well, that gives us plenty of time to talk about everything else that's going on.
Yeah, that's very true.
And to remind the fine folks, that we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are here covering anything and everything. We are the alternative commentary for anything and everything pro wrestling. We're the wrestling channel. Even the wrestlers watch. Even people in attendance watch. We'll be back here tomorrow covering NXT, the fallout from Roadblock. We're back here on Wednesday of the Rebar Mitzvah of MJF.
The Rebar
He's
Mitzvah.
Gonna be a boy again.
That reminds me, I got to freshen up that. I got some secondary visual coming.
But and then we're going to be back here Thursday for Ring of Honor and Impact was guest host Luna Havoc, and then we're here Friday, Feel Good Friday, for SmackDown, and allegedly maybe Rampage might be getting moved to a different time slot. Know of that?
So Saturday?
Well, I've heard that might be the one following. But
okay.
I mean, if they move it, we'll have to check on this week if they move that again or if they bump it up like they did before when we had the NBA intervene.
Yeah, they really could do it. I don't know what they're doing this Friday, but I also think there's something else on Friday for some reason. Saturday, I know.
When's the multiverse there with Impact?
That multiverse is the 30th.
Okay. So right
that's
before we get to WrestleMania, what?
Yeah, man, there's gonna be a crazy week on the channel because we get we'll get the Impact versus New Japan multiverse of matches on Thursday. We get Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor Friday, in addition to all our other coverage. Then we get Stand and Deliver on Saturday. We get WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, plus all the GCW shit in there, Wrestling Revolver, House of Glory. It's going to be insane.
Oh, like we've said before, folks, if literally no one gives you this type of wrestling coverage, we're here covering anything and everything from WWE, AEW, NWA, GCW, Wrestling Revolver, House of Glory, Christ. We're even covering the XFL, and we've still got little shorts and little snippets and all of this, that, and the third, and everything, and even still more stuff popping up. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Why?
Right. I never thought I'd see the day. Brock retreating. Yeah, so that's the picture they tried to paint. My buddy Nick's going to take a little pause for the cause, but folks, we are rolling on through this Monday. We are coming up to about the first hour. I hope everyone out there is having a wonderful start to your week, a wonderful kickoff to another week in wrestling. Like Nick said, we are back tomorrow for NXT and then all the way through the week. And we got our Let's Rumble interviews coming. We're going to have some corresponding with our friend LJ, CJ, Cliff, all the fans out there. Luna will be here on Thursday for parts of Ring of Honor. And then she's going to be live at Impact the following week. We got lots going on. LJ is going to be live at Dynamite on Wednesday. So, yeah, we're making moves, folks. Brock is a modern-day Viking. Got that one. Kenny, KO, Sami, WWE faction. Book it. Yeah. All right, Rocco. How you doing, by the way? Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't love Kenny that way, so it's a tough one, but not a bad idea. LA Knight versus Goldust, Hollywood Backlot Ball 2. I don't mind it. Let's go. I think Dustin, like I said, I think he should retire with one last match against his brother in WWE. So let's see. What's up, Big Jeepers? How you doing? Steve G is back. Stop by Hey Yo What? I just go with yeah now. We're gonna find out what happens here in this match. Speaking of Yaz, does this mean he has to do five different more dances to get the Wyatt 6? Well, here's the funny thing. Let's say they were planning for Bobby versus Bray, which that seemed to be the case. Could Howdy not just take the ball and run with it? Whoever Howdy is. Maybe we finally find out who Howdy is as he steps in for a fallen Bray Wyatt. Maybe. So Bray becomes the Mississippi Badass? No. See a decent pop for LA Knight. Some boos, but people just genuinely seem. Yeah. From what I read, AEW is trying to get a 2-hour show on Saturdays. I heard that too, JV. That'll be interesting. How much fucking wrestling can we have? This Friday, it's at 11:30. Following week, it's on the Saturday at 10. Friday, it's on at 11:30 p.m. Son of a bitch. Why? What's in its way this time? What sport is happening that it has to move? I'm assuming it being 11:30 would be hockey. Italy versus Japan, Cuba versus Australia. World Series of Baseball. Take Japan and Cuba. Spark up the vitamins, as always. Will you be streaming Battlegrounds Championship Wrestling March 18th? I'm looking at the calendar. Damien, that's a solid maybe. I know there's something on the docket. Maybe it is Battlegrounds. If that's not our primary stream that night, you know us. We'll have 2 or 3 streams on if we have to. If that's not our primary, it'll probably be on in the background. Battleground, I've seen a couple good shows. We've done a couple lives for Battleground, so we'll see what the card looks like. All comes down to the card, Damien. What does a Canadian call a Canadian tuxedo? Tuxedo. Good one, Larry. Welcome back, buddy. How you doing? MLW tomorrow. Yes, Steve. And you know what? I like MLW. The big downfall for MLW is just they're taping too far out and stuff, right? Like we just had, we're getting matches that were filmed in like October and such. It's just so hard to cover it live. But I'd like to see them. I know they got some issues with reels and they're fighting with the WWE. We'll find out what happens. Canada plays USA today. Should be a good game. Go Canada. Brock was scouting. Yeah, it felt like I think he was like literally in his head trying to like coordinate. Like, do I have enough room to F5 this guy in the ring? By the way, if you haven't got a prediction yet, we got Cody. We got LA Knight. And I haven't seen LA Knight. Looks like a character from one of the WWE. Yes, that's exactly what he looks like. It's perfect. Whoa, big knee by Cody. Do you think Judgment Day should be in the next team to hold the gold? Welcome to the channel, by the way. Thank you for joining the chat. Big punch by LA. Judgment Day, definitely. See, I want something for Damian Priest. So you're not far off. I think right now Finn's a little tied up in that. If you go KO Sami, if everyone's speculation or a lot of people's speculation is that KO and Sami go after the Usos, I'd put my money on KO and Sami to be successful. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's kind of how I feel. So would it then be KO and Sami versus Judgment Day? It's possible. To get the gold, I don't know. I think there's a couple other teams that I'm intrigued by at this point, but I'm really curious to see what happens with Sami, KO, and the Usos. Whoa, LA Hops! Ow! Oh, sorry if I blew out anybody's eardrums. Hope you're not wearing earphones. Hearing the Judgment Day wants more members and got Cody for the win. Nice little sprinkle, Dale. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not do something else to spruce it up? They've done well. And I think the success of Rhea and Dom has led to success or like a more confident Finn. Damien, I think, is underrated. Like me and Nick were saying earlier, you have Damien of the whole group, the only one that doesn't really have anything booked for Mania. So for me, are they missing something here? Or are they just waiting? Like, I mean, he should be in an IC title picture, a US title picture, but right now, when you have all these names coming in and out for Mania, it's a bit of a logjam. But I do think Damian Priest has gold in his future. But Dom continues to impress. Dom continues to improve. Dom's going to beat his dad at Mania, folks. It's true. It's true. Pop, please. I heard popcorn dropping on the floor. LA Knight isn't being used right. Way to make it rhyme, buddy. I don't think he's being used right either. This is a guy. I mean, I was pissed off when he got to NXT. Remember, the debut episode of NXT 2.0, LA Knight lost twice, took 2 pinfalls, went under twice, looked like a fucking putz the whole debut episode of NXT, and it never got better. He had like mixed Like, I mean, he did well. I thought the feud with Cameron Grimes was kind of good. The $1 Million Man kind of fucked it up in the end because it ended up being like all for nothing because, you know, I guess, whatever. But LA Knight's a talent. I mean, if you guys don't know his work from being an Impact, I mean, LA Knight's good. NWA, that, yeah, like if you Google him and you go to YouTube and such, you'll see those videos and they're excellent when he's just losing his mind and running around the podium. Yeah. It's awesome. So I think underutilized. I hope they have a long-term vision. It's a guy, to me, he's very similar to like Rude, Robert Roode. I want Rude to come back. I wanted that glorious entrance again. We deserve it. He deserves it. It was so fucking over. And then he got to the main roster and Vince hated it, I suppose. I don't know what the fucking decision making was. Takes too long. I don't know what it is. But you have guys like Rude and guys like LA Knight that are polished veterans that go in there and they're money in the bank. They give you good wrestling all the time. So for me, I'd like to see more like the whole fucking Bray Wyatt thing. I'm like, okay, LA Knight, they're going to have at least a good match. No match to speak of. It was ridiculous. So that's my rant about LA Knight tonight. I might have another one later. LA Knight looks like a character. Yeah, I got that
Why?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're supposed to say what?
Why?
You can't do everyone's gimmick.
Man of a million gimmicks.
Like, yeah, exactly. Right.
See, Eli Drake. Yeah. Which fun
Eli
fact.
Drake,
He did all of the character animations for all of the 2K games. So even at one point was out there doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin doing the why. Yeah.
There you go. He on point. He can even be you better than you.
Right.
So Johnny Gargano's going to fight Waller.
Yes, that is Shawn Michaels' replacement. We all thought it was going to be
Lee.
Dragon Lee, who we had in attendance, but we also get a medical update on Roxanne Perez after.
Yes,
I know I feel a certain type of way about the fact that they did that.
We argued about this.
Feel a certain type of way also as well, but we agree to disagree. But we will be here live, back at it like a jackrabbit. Ooh, as I knock my microphone. Tomorrow for NXT. Why?
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to the update so people can, get over it. March Madness on TNT. Oh, that's what's bumping them. Yeah. Go March Madness. They're getting bumped for college basketball. That's rough.
Right. Thank you.
What do you got in this match? Do we come to an official terms on this?
LA by Bloodline shenanigans.
Oh, I can't see Cody taking an L, no matter what the reason is.
DQ.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
That's what I'm saying. DQ. Okay, I'm not saying you get a roll up. I'm saying no contest.
Yeah, I don't want to see LA Knight roll up fucking Cody Rhodes tonight.
That's the rule. Well, that's who you would think he'd be wrestling at this point.
Right?
How much he talks about it, that and dusty.
This main event's going to be fucking insane.
I know I normally tap out because of work at the 2 hours, but we got a street fight. I might be like, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. We got popcorn in the corner. Why? Yeah.
Right. Are you down for a Lance Archer versus Bully Ray March 18th Battleground Championship Wrestling? Lance versus Bully should be fun.
Yeah. Well, we can't not do it.
Uncertain LA Knight. Yeah. 11:30 EST March Madness the following week because of U.S. soccer qualifying match against Grenada. They couldn't put that on another station. Jesus Christ.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Grenada.
Marge.
Hello, hello, Tony.
Hello, Hunter.
Here I am at AEW.
Cody Rhodes for the win. And by the way, folks, the musical, I saw the number, the couple of viewers dipped out when we started singing. The singing
doesn't happen all the time. Some of the time. Most of the
time. Does Howdy or Bray come out during this match? I don't think so. I don't think so, Larry.
2, 3. Oh. and squash like what you have at Thanksgiving dinner. Fucking holy shit, Cody Rhodes goes over easily LA Knight.
You see LA's mouth moving as he's getting pinned. He was saying, I jobbed out again, bro.
He's just saying, son of a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna do the job. Yeah. Wasted talent. Yeah. Gonna be higher on the card. Yeah.
So Cody gets a convincing. LA put on a good performance. I mean, both guys showing off great athleticism. Both guys jumping up to that top rope at different times. Big moves. Good match. Nice and tight package. I'm bummed out for LA, though.
It's a good match. It's sad that you have guys like you were talking about Damian Priest earlier when I was on the Pause for the Cause, and we've got LA Knight and so on and so forth of guys that shoulda, coulda, woulda had good matches on the WrestleMania card, or especially if you're doing it over 2 nights, can fit on a WrestleMania card, but are going to probably end up in like a battle royal and last all of maybe 2 minutes.
Right. Maybe LA Knight wins the Andre.
That'd be the only way he's getting on the WrestleMania.
Cody's got a microphone.
I keep hearing these warnings from Mr. Heyman.
Dude, stop bringing them up. He's not even here.
Like I said, we're going to get Cody playing, Superman now later tonight of just now hug and make up.
Mm-hmm. Well, you saw the question I put on the call out today is like, it literally, you want to know, like, we see where it's going. And so
right.
the hanging point right now for all of us is, can Cody bring everybody together? And they've done a phenomenal job, dude, walking a tightrope with Cody, because this wasn't an easy path to WrestleMania for Cody, and they kind of fumbled upon his return, but I think they've done a great job of making him relevant, making him matter, and not getting burned up in Sami's heat.
But can you, if they don't come together tonight, can you still have it continue? That's the thing.
At some point, KO, it gets to the point where KO's stubbornness becomes just stupidity. Like, bro, like, fucking, are you in or not? Like, everyone's going to get fed up. You're not going to keep going back to the fucking well.
Right.
So, yeah, whether it's tonight or Friday, to me, we're creeping up on, let's get this done.
Absolutely. Well, Cody's cutting a hell of a promo right now here.
I like what he just did here.
I acknowledge you, damn it. Apologize, damn it. Now you acknowledge me. And he's talking about holding back tears. And still, as much of a baby face is as Cody is, I still can't take him and not look at him like a Street Fighter character with the fucking neck tattoo.
Listen, I just wish he would get another color the shoulder in or something a little, so it looks like it's not just this floating fucking head on the side of your neck.
Just go full board. Just go like full chest beat. Go
right
all the way.
Go big or go home, bro. But anyway, no, I mean, realistically, there's times where he sounds very rehearsed. Tonight, when he comes out and just kind of shoots, and maybe because he had the match before, so he's not coming out just, I got to talk. He gets the match in, the adrenaline's rushing, they hand him the mic, and he just came out swinging. Beautiful.
Cody hasn't sound rehearsed since AEW, and it's because no one out there could do anything like what he was doing. So he came off as a whole different outsider, too clean, too polished, to anything, and now
didn't fit.
He's slot perfectly in to this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I waited my whole life. I will wait no more.
And the crowd is with it.
Yeah, he works. He's a babyface. As much as as much as I mentioned about they're doing everything they can to make Cody the babyface, with Cena comes out and hugs him, and Sami's okay with him, and this, that, and the third. He very much is their next John Cena of what they feel at this point. He's worked himself to where he's their top babyface to go with the company. Yeah. And you could still make him a Heyman guy and still turn him heel at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, no, I mean, this has been, the writing's been on the wall. And I think that's what some people were critical of, is I'm okay with dude, the minute I was convinced that his pec was purple, legitimately purple, the next sentence out of my mouth was, he wins the Rumble, and that's how this is going to go. And a lot of people did. I wasn't fucking breaking mold, but that was my feeling from then, and it's still that. And I think his return was too much of a layup. Put him in the middle of the Rumble, make him battle for it. That's
Yeah,
the only
there
mistake
there
I made.
have been stumbles along the way here. I will give you that. There has been stumbles along the way, but it's still they've and it's even elevated Roman to an extent, if not like Roman needed a ton of it, but it's having someone that can go on par with of to see Roman eat live a guy like Cody on a promo, that makes you look at Roman that much differently than even you do a guy like when he's going against Seth or something like that. Which, speaking of Seth, we've got the replay from last week of them setting up Seth versus Logan Paul.
Don't cry. Well, if you cry, then I'm going to cry, then we're all going to cry.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
This man ran another direction altogether.
Well, you were saying about how stuff wasn't going to be fully musical. You know, you never know what'll happen. Why?
Yeah, Matt, I don't disagree with you. Like I said, the one thing the WWE has an issue with right now is a log jam, right? It's Mania season. They're trying to squeeze people in. And yeah, whether we like it or not, some of our fave wrestlers get pushed out for box office draws. It's just the way it is. We don't like it, but it is. So is there potential for LA Knight to get a push later in 2023, early 2024? I don't see why not. No. The good news is he's charismatic and he'll get where he needs to go. It's just, I'd like him to win some matches, for fuck's sake.
Does he replace Bray if Bray's not going to go at Mania and we get LA Knight
Bray
versus Bobby?
And then LA goes under again. Shit.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said, there's a lot of guys that you expect to get really big pushes, and then they just kind of, there's not enough room at the table for them.
Do you not feel like AEW's got a bit of the opposite problem right now? Like WWE has a bunch of guys that were like, fuck, I wish LA Knight would get more. Or like the Good Brothers disappeared. We'd like them to come back and be involved. And
you forgot they were on the roster.
What's that?
I said, you forgot they were on the roster.
You forgot, right? I mean, then there's some people out there that are Ali fans. I don't know why, but they want him to get more. There's a lot of people that could get more, but there's a bit of a logjam, and we understand. AEW feels like you're kind of void of that. Like, okay, who's next? You're literally like looking through the litter of like, okay, who do we pick out of this bunch?
Well, he's coming back off injury. He doesn't barely work for the company anymore. He just got buried in a final burial match.
He keeps slapping employees.
Yeah, he can't go anymore.
Right.
Butcher and the Blade. Ooh, I'm just going.
Go ahead.
Side note: I miss AJ.
AJ Styles, yes.
Oh, fair enough. I didn't even. I forget.
I got you, bro.
Those of you forget they're on the roster at some point,
right?
KJ no to LA Knight. LA Knight is the Dolph Ziggler.
Ooh, breaking my heart, Stevie.
Dolph Ziggler with personality.
Yeah, but Dolph had his moment. I just think Dolph hung around too long.
He's had multiple moments.
Yeah, he's several.
LA Knight has not had any. Any moment he could have had has gotten, taken out from underneath him. As we've got Miz in the middle of Rollins and Corbin right now.
Corbin's trying to co-host Mania. Fuck. Come on, Corbin.
Boo earns. Money in the Bank should have never been taken off of Mania, especially now that's 2 nights. Well, they were talking about potentially moving it back, and then
I like the idea of
moving went to the good old UK.
I like the idea of moving it back into the show just because I listen. Everybody who's watched this stream before that's listened to us bitch about WrestleMania, you love it. I hate a 2-night Mania. I think it should be 1 night, not super long, and I think the best of the best make WrestleMania. It's not fucking participation medals for everybody. You were in the company. We all get to go. No, Mania used to be like 7 matches, and you like. If your favorite guy didn't make Mania, it's because he didn't have a fucking good year.
Yeah, but that's also when they had a roster of like 20 people.
That's also true. That's a them issue in my book. But you can do a 5-hour show, but they're going to do 2 4-hour shows.
I'm more fine with that than when they were doing 7-8 hour shows.
Yeah, that was my issue. I thought those were bullshit too. Like starting at 1 PM, the pre-show, then we're gonna kick it off. And like, holy fuck, we're gonna have 3 concerts. Here
Right.
comes Machine
Well,
Gun
speaking
Kelly.
of a
What?
potential concert, we've got up next, we've got Elias with Rick Boogs coming out versus Jonah Bronson Reed.
What do you think of Elias and Boogs?
I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Walk with Boogie?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I could see it making sense as a tag team. I think we've kind of halfway talked about it of it being a tag team. It works, I feel, just the gimmicks alone. So
Well, yeah, I mean, we always kind of made the jokes that, like, you know, we could only have one guitar guy. So if you're gonna
right.
have both, then I mean, they're not really cut from the same cloth. So I think there's enough. They could be kind of a very, you know, and I mean, Elias has been good at the comedic the wrestling and bullshit. Fuck, he pretended to be a hairless brother, and he was committed.
Right. Damian taking Bronson Reed for the win. Simone saying, "I'm a booger." Pause.
Okay.
Keyshawn, do you think
I
Austin,
pick you, buddy,
is still going to be booked for Mania?
Maybe.
That's still very much wait and see on all of that because they've pitched a lot of stuff to Austin at times. He very much is known to say no.
What?
That's why it was even still debatable on him with KO. Why?
Takes one sentence. We'll make your fucking beer one of the sponsors. Oh, I'm in. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Gonna have a Broken Skull IPA. Why? Down a WrestleMania. Why? In Hollywood. Why? Gonna what up Austin Theater or LA Knight's ass. Why?
Keep
yeah.
going.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
What? Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Shit, that didn't work. But yeah, man, we're back into a commercial break, folks. We are just past the first hour. We got lots coming your way still. Keep in mind, Trish Stratus got beat up. There's going to be more to that story. We haven't seen any of the usual suspects. We're over an hour into the show, and I correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. No Bloodline as of yet. No Sami as of yet.
No Bloodline as of yet. No Sami as of yet. No KO as of yet. No, even especially the man that everybody's talking about. No Bray Wyatt as of yet. As well.
No Bray Wyatt.
Lashley of yet.
We did get Omos and Brock.
We did get that, but we still also have a street fight between KO and Solo. They've got to start pulling this WrestleMania card together. So there's got to, and they've got to answer Trish getting beat up backstage. If I saw some people speculating, maybe we get a little bit of a Trish heel turn or something, but I don't know about all that.
How? Why? Weird.
Because they think everything can get hot shot. Because
why can't we just leave shit alone? Everyone wants to change it the minute
because the other company doesn't.
Fuck you that. How's that working out? You know, how's that working out? Interrupt LA Night promo at Mania, then it could be yeah. There you go.
I'll do a complete recap of that whole segment for you. Just why? 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 Yeah, why?
Yeah.
This man with no warning. Yeah. Cody wins and unveils the new WWE Undisputed Title Classic, the WWE Winged Eagle belt, like he did with the Classic IC title belt. I have seen that gotten brought up quite a bit, but we also have, there's been rumors that there's going to be a draft shortly thereafter WrestleMania, that there's been certain superstars that SmackDown doesn't want on their television, or Fox doesn't want on their television. So they might be getting moved to Raw. So we've still got to have that. I think we've ultimately got to have a world champion on both brands if we're going to still treat them so much as two separate brands versus one conjoined show. Of Roman was barely making it work, and you still had people biting back on that. So I think you split the titles. You maybe get the one winged belt on one brand, which, mind you, is still one of my favorite titles of all time. But I don't know if we still go with a unified title post WrestleMania. But we've got Elias out right now with Boogs, and Boogs is out here taking notes. Why? Leave BLT alone. No need to add to it. Where did we get from there? Why are we talking about BLT sandwiches? Why? I know I'm on the vitamins. Why? Mike got the munchies. Why? But we've got Bronson Reed coming out right now. And did we all just kind of collectively forget that he initially was paired up with The Miz? Like, now he's kind of halfway gone solo, and now he's booked kind of all right. He's a guy that if you could have almost a murderous type row of a Andre the Giant battle royal with LA Knight, Bronson Reed, Christ, throw Corbin in there, make him, feel like something. Throw Elias, throw a Boogs, throw a couple of people, but make the fucking winner actually mean something. But so give me your predictions, folks, who you've got for this match, whether you got Bronson Reed or you have Elias. And I think outside of Boog shenanigans, I'm taking Bronson Reed. Reed wins. If Jay White come into WWE, what brand would you have him come on? Pause. Raw or SmackDown? That depends on if they have any sort of shakeup. Right now, I would like to see him go to Raw. If we're going to still have Roman kind of dominate SmackDown, I don't know what you do with Roman post Mania, but if you still have something like that on SmackDown and you have Jay White on Raw and you have him going after Cody, you have him going after AJ Styles, you have Seth Rollins involved, you have a lot of really, really good matches you could put on there. Reed has SWE squashed with Elias. What? Reed wins, says Mike. Already got that one. Reed whipping Elias. Oop. Back elbow from Elias. Classic Winged Eagle belt is trademarked not by WWE, so they can't use it. WWE loves their big WWE logo on their belts, so maybe some kind of combination. How can a WWE belt be trademarked by someone outside of WWE? That's my question. I call shenanigans a little bit on that. Bronson Reed for the win. Send Roman on vacation after WrestleMania. Steve, that's not a bad point. Again, but I still, where do you go whenever he has to come back at some point. That can't just be the end. Wow, tsunami splash from Bronson Reed for a 3 count on Elias. But Roman's got to come back at some point, so you got to mix him into the fold somehow, some way. Bronson Reed for the win. Damn, you're right. Larry, Nick, basically Reed for the win. Fair enough. Well, I think everybody that had Reed for the win right now is up because that man hit the tsunami splash, and it's so interesting if he just gets up there and just drops, like no leap, I just fall. Tsunami equals bam bam drop. Fair. Well, I mean, the man could try and hit a Vader bomb if you'd prefer. They used to outsource their belt designs to a third party. Okay, well, money talks and shit walks, and I feel like WWE would have the money to pay for that if they really wanted to. As we have, we're back at the medical booth, checking in on Trish Stratus, but we've got Gable posting up wanted signs, missing signs for Otis, as we've got Lita and Becky running in to check in on Trish. Day late and $1 short, but so Otis is missing. And so up next, are they just replaying the video package from last week or the promo between Austin Theory and John Cena from last week? Are they really trying to do that much to bury this poor man? I mean, I know I said before that it was a bit like the Roman Cena promo a little bit, but Austin Theory was just left out there in the wilderness with nothing to defend himself, I felt like. But let me know what you're feeling so far, folks, as we're about halfway through Monday Night Raw. What you thinking, what you feeling? Dave Milliken owns a lot of WWF designs. Okay, shout out JV and so on and so forth. I guess I did not know that apparently WWE I know I can play with it on the 2K game, so I feel like if they can use it on the 2K game, they probably own it. So, but I did not know that might be in question. Damien saying 3-0 as we are in commercial right now, folks. But take Roman off of TV till before SummerSlam. He beats up Solo for taking over. Boom, Solo versus Roman at SummerSlam. Rocco, a good Paisan, but is that as big of a match that you could do with Roman? That doesn't feel like a bit of a sideways step, a little bit of a step down when you come back with Roman into something like that. That outsourced guy, yep. JV, got your comment. Wasn't Vader from the second turnbuckle inside the ring? Yes, I know it's not the same thing, but I'm sure it hits the same type of big moves. So I don't know. I missed it there. What was second match? Oh God, Larry. You can rewind us and we'll let you know what the second match was. Yes, like I've said repeatedly, HHG does much filler BS anymore. Steve, I don't know fully what you're talking about there, but I think the next feud for the Bloodline after WrestleMania should have be Imperium. That's not a bad shot. Well, does Gunther lose the IC title to Drew or to Sheamus, or do we even get that alleged triple threat at WrestleMania? Does it end up just being a one-on-one match? I think we still get the triple threat, but maybe Gunther doesn't leave with the IC title. So that wouldn't be a bad setup for maybe making it a championship contenders match. Yeah, Hunter's younger brother. Why? Already got that one. No one owns the right to the design of Big Goldie. So, Big Goldie's a belt that I feel for the longest time. Like when they had it as a Undisputed Universal, this, that, and the third of, they should have brought back Big Goldie. That is without a shadow of a doubt my favorite design for a professional wrestling title, for any championship belt, is Big Goldie. Bonsai drop, Tsunami, or Vader Bomb. Which would you rather take? 1, 2, 3. Oh, good question. I will say Tsunami, Vader Bomb, Bonsai drop. Because I just feel like Yoko was A, probably the biggest out of all of those, and B, probably was the least, maybe had the least kind of control, I guess, when it came to that. But that's where I go with that. But I will remind everybody, as we are in commercial, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Marching our way onto the road to WrestleMania. We are here tonight covering Monday Night Raw live. We will be back here tomorrow night for NXT, the fallout from Roadblock. We're going to be back here on Wednesday for the Rebar Mitzvah, the remanification of MJF. Thursday, we've got Impact and Ring of Honor with special guest host Luna Havoc. We're going to be here Friday for the doubleheader, as always, on a Feel Good Friday. And Saturday, you never know what we're going to be here covering and everything. We could be here covering GCW, BCW, XPW, NWA, Wrestling Revolver, House of Glory, UFC, anything, XFL, anything and everything. All of the acronyms. So that's why you need to be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. As I've got KJ Stun Double right now, KO on my screen. But so he's still having an answer of like, oh, I don't want to be involved in anything with Sami. I still think that changes by the end of the night. I heard what you said earlier, and I did what So KO's even addressing Cody right now. I don't need your help. I don't want your help. I think in the street fight tonight, we have the Bloodline interfere. We have the Bloodline get involved, and they're going to town on KO. And then we get the reinforcements of Sami and Cody. And then we get that whole moment to where, the mega powers collide and they shake hands. You can go fondue belts, find a nice. Fair enough, JV. Maybe you'll have to hook me up there, my guy. Be a friend, tell a friend. Money had to roll out of the ring and walk away. Fair enough. If you run fast enough, probably I don't think any of those guys might have caught you. The Earthquake is undefeated. When he crushed Hogan, he was hated. Well, that was also a different time and a different era. Who was between Mickey James and Jordan Grace at Sacrifice? It would be in a fatal four-way. Jordan Grace, I feel. I'd be the first superstar to be DQ'd for having to get. Oh, Lord. No, Arn Anderson might have you beat on that when I pull out that Glock. But we are honestly getting a highlight video package of the promo back and forth from last week between Cena and Austin Theory. On one hand, are they just having to save face for Austin Theory? We need to edit this down to make him look a little bit good. Are we just going to bury this kid even more? We're going to get a double dose of how much he got his ass served to him.
I think that's what it is.
So far out that we're just got to replay it.
Yeah, so we are getting a recap of last week, but I think this is the beginning. I think we'll see what happens as this moves forward, because John Cena absolutely buried this kid. So I expect Theory to have his moment where he goes back over Cena for sure. He was way too quiet this time.
But does that happen? Do we wait all the way to WrestleMania for that?
All the way to Mania? No. I think leading into Mania, I think he has an opportunity. I think Theory can work a microphone. I think he can do it. I think he has an opportunity here to prove it. But they gave Cena the moment in Boston. Let him be Cena. Let him carry the torch in Boston. But let's see where this story goes. I think the next time they interact, it might be slightly different.
Touche. Or it's very much a wait and see if they've got to do it. Otherwise, I feel like Austin Theory might be a little dead in the water.
Well, I mean, it'll be interesting how they build it, because my vote is still that he wins. If he loses to Cena at Mania, it'll be really interesting.
I think he still wins. I just want them to make it seem believable.
Maybe. We are going on to go off air with Owens just totally destroyed and by himself.
I don't think so, because that's what I was talking about, because we had KO while you were on your little pause for the cause. We had your stud double fill in. That I think we're going to end up with Sami and Cody coming out of the cavalry shows up, and then that's when we get, the Mega Powers handshake between KO and Sami.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I said if it's not tonight, and maybe that is the angle where KO gets laid out, and then on Friday he finally listen, I'm tired of getting my ass whooped. I'm in. I think it's got to be tonight or Friday.
I think it's tonight, and you lead to something to Friday, because we're still, as much as it does seem like we're a bit out, we're also a bit close to WrestleMania.
Right. Also, remember Earthquake crushed Jake's snake. That was traumatic. That was one of the craziest shit ever as a kid.
Pause.
Right. But no, that was, it was madness.
Well, that was, I had the question posed to me as we've got the Street Profits backstage from earlier today with Austin Theory. And even they don't look like they're on the same page.
No.
But Tsunami, Vader Bomb, or Bonsai Drop, which one would you want? In your order, which ones would how would you go of which one moves you're going to take?
Tsunami, Bonsai Drop, and what?
Vader Bomb.
Oh, Vader Bomb. Fuck, Vader was such a thick dude. He was a house. Like there's big dudes, and then there's like a Vader dude where he's got an extra 50 pounds. He's just chunk, solid.
Yokozuna, Captain
Yeah,
Buffalo himself. Like,
yeah. I mean, automatically the nod goes to Yoko just because of who Yoko is.
well, I would
But
take
Jonah has to
the
go third, but that's hard to believe.
well, I said I would take the Tsunami first, the Vader Bomb second, and the Bonsai Drop third.
Okay, we're in
Because
agreement.
yeah, because Yoko could come in 100 pounds heavier just based off of what he had.
And it's on your chest, his junk's in your face.
Oh, and he's just dropping of. He has less control of than anybody out of that.
That guy blows a knee, you're dead. In the day.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Montez Ford and Austin Theory are having quite the exchange.
By the way, side note of this is probably just a me thing, and it'll probably pop me. But anyone that watches Bustle with the Boys, tell me Austin Theory does not look like Will Compton. But anyways, he just looks like the. I almost do a halfway mix him up with Flip Gordon too. By the way, but he's out there with the button-up shirt completely unbuttoned, just chest hair and everything.
Right? Oh.
What are you doing at WrestleMania? Oh, that's right. Nothing. As we get Austin Theory coming out right now.
Right. This was a long segment. Like as a fucking pre-tape argument, he fought with both men, like verbally. And it took forever, bro. Coming off the heels of a replay.
You couldn't have had him doing that on his way to the ring. And he's like, this is the type of attitude I'm taking out into the ring of not. Oh, so that was probably what, 3-4 hours ago?
Couldn't you have cut that down by half?
Oh, yeah.
Like, couldn't that have just been like Montez arguing with them and then Dawkins being like, you know what, bro, I got this. You tonight. Right? In 30 seconds, lickety split, we're good to go. Fucking
absolutely
stretching shit out. The Street Profits MVP, Omos, Cedric, and the new Hurt Business, and Carmelo.
No, Carmelo instead of Cedric. But yeah, we are getting Dawkins versus Austin Theory coming up next.
A-Town Down in the house.
But you could have just, like you said, you could have just had Dawkins backstage just chuckling at the fact that, you know, and it would help give Dawkins a little bit more personality. I feel cool.
Dawkins is going to take on the champ.
If he's sitting there chuckling that, oh, Cena owned you last week, da-da-da-da-da. All right, so you think I'm a fucking joke. Fine, I'll take you on in the ring.
Right.
There we go.
Got that one. Jazz, Gail Kim, and Victoria deserve Hall of Fame call-up.
All the things you said, all the things
I was about to say that. We recently saw Victoria return to Impact. Gail Kim is a gem, and I mean, if you talk about impact on wrestling, you know, a lot of people have made the Hall of Fame just on their overall who they were. They weren't necessarily the guys that won or guys or girls that won multiple championships, but they really meant something to wrestling. I think Gail Kim definitely has had lots of gold, but she's meant a lot to women's wrestling in particular.
Gail Kim is someone who deserves to go in there, but we'll have to wait, unfortunately, because she's so tied to Impact.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, we got Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fun. You're so fun.
Speaking of Mickey, my name is James. What's up, Sarah? James? Okay.
Why?
It's called Filler BS. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Steve, I was just bitching about the same shit.
Right.
There you go. But we are in another commercial break, folks, and I will take a second to remind everybody we're halfway through the stream tonight. It's a crazy card. A bit of a lull here in the second hour where we're kind of like that was a long, like we got a long replay, and then we went into a segment with the same guy, a pre-tape from earlier today, went on forever. Then we get entrances, then we get commercial. Pretty sure we had a commercial on the other side of it. Whoa, you're hurting the show, bro.
Well, when you got 3 hours, you got to drag it out a little bit.
Or just, you know, put some quality content in there. There's people, you got enough wrestlers to feel, we could have had a 7-minute match in that time frame and it would have been fun. Give me
Yeah, could have, but then that
fuck it.
Yeah, you could have, but then we also probably at that point would have realized, oh wait, they haven't used them in a while. They should be on the WrestleMania card too.
Lashley couldn't put somebody in the Hurt Lock for a couple seconds. Come on now.
He puts Uncle Howdy in the Hurt Lock since we don't know if we're getting Bray. Why?
He kills the whole gimmick. Just tonight comes out and destroys it all. Like destroys all the masks, pulls them out, stomps on them.
Just literally just tears apart Ramblin' Rabbit.
Right.
Yes, Hurt Locks, Huskus, the pig. Yeah.
Austin Theory going one-on-one with Angelo Dawkins tonight. Right now, actually. So get your predictions into the chat. Are you taking Dawkins or Theory?
Why?
What? Where do we go if John Cena wins and retires the night after?
Well, that's fucking pigeonholing yourself.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that's fucking dumb. I was like, yep.
But yeah, I don't think, regardless of how they get to there, that Cena wins. I just wish that they get there much better than they have so far.
What do you mean with Theory right now? Like you don't like?
Yeah, and that they need to build up to it. I still think no matter what, Theory has to win. You can have Cena win. You're not getting a run on that anything. You need to just at least build up Theory so it seems credible.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think this is the start. Like I said, we just got the appetizer. I think we got, about 6 more shows, 7 maybe, we're getting there. I don't know. Someone else will correct me. But we got a handful more shows. And like I said, I think Theory gets a big win tonight. He'll get his comeuppance. And then I think he wins. So ultimately, Cena winning and then retiring the next night does no good for anybody.
Not even a little bit.
Even if Theory gets the belt back, we're all like, that's shit.
Right.
On the grandest stage of them all.
And see, you brought up a perfect reason as why we exist is because of people like Kevin Patrick. We're the alternative commentary, so you don't have to listen to dumb shits like that. What celebrity gets inducted this year? Machine Gun Kelly. Don't you put that evil on me, Smile Mark.
Stop that.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Stop that.
The closest our celebrity induction is Stacy Keibler. If she gets that, that's close. I'm fine with that. I'll count that as a celebrity introduction.
You count her as a celeb? No celebrities, please. I don't mind them having a celebrity wing because I think some people get it twisted a little bit.
Drew Carey.
Yeah, but it's the celebrity wing. It means nothing. Like it's not like they're acknowledging like this is a phenomenal wrestler. They're just acknowledging somebody that was in a celebrity position that took a vested interest in wrestling. And it's like a little wink, wink, nod, nod. It's a fucking participation ribbon. I don't give a shit about it. It's just cute. I mean, Snoop Dogg's fun. Drew Carey was fucked up. Who saw that coming? Bad Bunny will be in there one day. Tyson.
David Arquette.
They won't go near him with a 10-foot pole.
But that... I get it. It's a bit fuck. I'm halfway trying to defend against it and also get it, but
no,
there is still at the end of the day, there is still no even physical structure of the WWE Hall of Fame, which I still wish that they actually had.
Yeah, they should have my city.
All of your, your antique roadshow collections and everything that you've got of like the Undertaker's outfits from here. That's your rollout for meet and greets and all of that. You can't throw that into an actual Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you have a whole bunch of stuff. You get some of those NDAs and put them in there. You have a whole bunch of shit on display.
Put it in Stamford, Connecticut, and have a whole little WWE field trip.
Yeah,
and it's just like it would be just like how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's in fucking Cleveland.
Yeah, we got the Hockey Hall of Fame. I mean, and again,
so if you have the WWE Hall of Fame, what it's viewed as the home of WWE in Stamford, Connecticut, unfortunately, there you go.
Mabel's finishing move was a big splash, wasn't it?
it was a giant whoopsie.
Oh, and then he did the
giant leg drop and then broke
Yeah.
Taker's orbital bone, and then
Yeah.
we had
Do you
Phantom
remember
of
when
the Taker.
he switched to like the reverse DDT for a while? Like he was just like
Well, I just remember when he had this and just
that too, yeah.
Yeah, Big Daddy V. See?
Go ahead.
Agreeing with me. Convert Titan Tower into the Hall of Fame. See?
There you
They're
go.
moving out of that anyways.
Yeah, right? You should monument that shit.
Christ, if you still even remember the old WWF commercial where a wholesome, family-friendly entertainment, and it's showing people getting thrown out of windows, everything. If you have that, and that's the facade on the WWE Hall of Fame, show up and take my money.
Do it. I want to see it. I want to see, like, you know, you can stand in Andre's boots, and you can, like, you know, like here you can like do play-by-play. So you put the headphones on and they play an old. Imagine doing that. They play an old wrestling match.
Yeah, they do that at like all the accesses and everything.
Right? Do that shit.
I wish to like get to that point. Then again, that's kind of what we do. So I mean, so am I Bobby the Brain? Or are you Gorilla? Or are you JR and I'm King? Of what's going on here?
I don't know. That's a tough show. That is a tough
I'm Heyman and you're JR. There we go.
Jeez, I'm okay with that.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not that straight though. That's the tough one. Pause. He was billed at 500 pounds. Are we talking about Yokozuna? Yokozuna definitely cleared 500 pounds, like in real life. Like,
he very clearly cleared 5 bills and cleared 5 tables at a fucking buffet too.
I mean, again, dude. I mean, it's unfortunate because he was such an athlete. You imagine the shit he did. Imagine if he was 250 pounds with his athleticism.
Well, he's part of the Anawahi family.
You'd be Solo Sikoa.
Well, no, it's so fascinating because you go and watch the documentaries that they did on him on even the network and everything like that, and you really look back and see how super talented he was.
Yeah,
and then it's just literally, hey, brother,
right. That's the best part.
And he kind of, for lack of a better term, ate himself out of professional wrestling.
Yeah, no, he essentially did. Like they had to send him to he went to a diet place and tried to curb his eating and get better and be healthier, and it just didn't work out, unfortunately.
I need to send you a clip afterwards, by the way, of I've seen people talking about like when they sent I think it might have been Vader and Yoko to like basically Weight Watchers, and they're like sneaking off like like KFC and shit like that.
Right. He had a splash after bouncing off the ropes. Yeah, that was his initial one, but then he mixed it up when he was remember when he had the blonde Wesley Snipes mohawk and the fucking
Mabel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still remember, Men on a Mission. You had Mo.
Men on a Mission. Oh my God. Add Mabel's splash to the Bonsai Drop Tsunami Vader Bomb. I mean, that's a big man. Jesus Christ.
Larry's been commenting this quite a bit. So for folks, by the way, not listening to Larry, if you make a comment and we don't get to it, there's the super chat, the super stickers, all of that. So you can make sure we get to it instead of setting it 80 times. But KJ Nick, in a dream, Heyman combines LA Knight, Cody, Sami, KO to take down the Bloodline. So he makes his own
faction,
Dangerous Alliance.
Yeah, right. Now we joked, and I mean, I don't even know how much of it's a joke because some people have thought about it. The idea of like, what if Heyman was pulling the strings, and then we're like, there's no way that with this baby face build that Cody ends up at the end of this a Heyman guy. Could he stay babyface as a Heyman guy?
No.
Yeah, so then you're fucked. You're fucked.
That's a double turn. That could be a double turn that works.
If they thought Roman was going to take a break, and they were like, who can generate enough heat in the absence of Roman? That might be the move. It confused everyone.
Yeah, but still, even if you don't have Roman take a break, could you not then do a double turn of very much like how it'd be Austin Brett?
Yeah.
Of the double turn to where Roman becomes the babyface, Cody becomes the heel.
Yeah.
Of you cheated, like you took the fucking wise man. Of now you pissed off the big dog. You didn't want the big dog before. Now I'm gonna fucking stomp you. Now I'm on God mode and I'm the big dog.
Can WWE sell the third hour of Raw to 8? Well, Tony's got 2 hours on Saturday.
Right.
Oh.
Well, no, yeah, we've got an hour after Wednesday. We've got an hour on Saturday.
Yeah, well, this channel is not watching the hour after Wednesday, even though we talked probably for 20 minutes into it anyway. But
we got to watch the first episode. We watched the first episode of Power Slap, so
that's true. Fair enough.
Which they just had their finals, but Hasbulla ended up world champ. But
there you go. The guy with the flattened face. After several rounds
represent the lollipop girl.
Yeah, just squished.
Benjamin Button Hasbulla.
What?
But that would be funny if the WWE trades the last hour of Raw to AW for MGF and Kenny Omega.
No, knowing the WWE,
like draft picks and stuff.
Yeah, knowing the WWE, it would be they traded the last hour of Raw for Rampage. What? Fuck.
That's like you saying we traded Brock Lesnar for Chris Jericho. What?
Dawkins.
You know what I mean? Little what? Steve? What?
What?
Nico, what up? There.
Stop.
What?
Folks, remember, if you are tuning in for the first time right now, we are watching Theory. He's taking on Dawkins. I know we've kind of ignored the match a little bit. It's been a decent match. And like I said, Theory has a good match, gets a big win. I'm all for it. If he loses, I'll be confused as shit.
I think they are. As dropkick from Theory.
Yeah, sorry, I read ahead. Cody just needs to be less PC. Less stiff. I think tonight was good. Right after the heels, coming off the heels of that match and just kind of spitting was excellent. And it was passionate. It was good. He doesn't have to cry every promo, but it was a good one. I really liked it.
Fair enough. Steve, thank you. I don't know. Thank you for calling me a gentleman or calling us gentlemen. I don't know. Well, we did the same head movement of like WBC of like World Boxing Championship. Like, what are you talking about here? But so yes, well, I'll work out trades here of would the Canadian delegation ever trade Trish Stratus?
Trish is as close to a Canadian,
she's untouchable.
She might be an untouchable. Bro.
A-Town down
right.
On the Angelo Dawkins. So A-Town on A-Town. Pause for a 3 count.
A good match. It was solid, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It made Theory look good. Dawkins looked pretty good in the process. A-Town down. It's over. Great job.
Right.
But that segment leading into this was way too fucking long. Even the crowd's fucking sleepy.
Touche. As Theory counters the kind of spinning discus splash lariat from Dawkins into the turnbuckle with an elbow of himself, and then the A-Town down for the 1, 2, 3. So Trish Stratus is like a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, man. Have you seen her?
Right, but so then when you got Brock Lesnar, we basically traded like we did like the Raiders of like we traded a 4th-round draft pick, and you got Randy Moss. Like
they met at the border and worked that one out between themselves. Like, dude, I want to go to Florida and send my family to Washington, and you can go hunt elk, and that's the way it's worked out. It's unfortunate. We had elk.
We're already offering up. Y'all can have Charlotte. We'll include Charlotte in the trade apparently.
A little bit of an aftermath here, folks.
Tiffany, what up? Yeah, we had A-Town locking in the submission. C-Money going on that
72-0.
Yeah, going on that Goldberg, that Jade Cargill streak of 72-0. Damian 4-0.
So, I feel like we're gonna get A-Town versus Montez Ford next week, and I think that will be a banger, man.
Fair enough, Steve. You're saying the World Baseball Classic, USA versus Canada. Well, no, you can keep us in the background because this is the World Wrestling Classic, USA versus Canada, right here every night. What?
Keep us posted on the score, Steve.
No, I got to go with my Italiano. So we got Mike Piazza, the fucking former Met, as a manager, and we've got a Nescafe espresso machine in the dugout.
Yeah, right.
Gotta go with the Italiano.
Tony, no more meatballs. You got to bet.
Right. Just you hit it like you have an Italian bread and you hit the meatball.
Thank God you get to tell you
roll the pizza dough.
Right. But I think Italy's in tough against Japan.
Yeah, well, that should be the championship right there, honestly.
Cuba. There you go.
Check the ages.
We're gonna see how many
HGH accusations.
We're gonna see how many countries we can offend along the way. Anybody want to cheer for another country? Is Shatner a WWE? I believe he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how I became a WWE Hall of Fame. See, you already got a
Canadian
Hall of Famer. Canadian.
We all trade Shatner.
All right, so let's talk negotiations. So Shatner's on the trading block. So who with Shatner are you willing to trade?
Oh, that's the funniest
Chris
shit.
Jericho?
I don't want Chris Jericho. You got to come up with another American.
Oh shit!
In a Shatner vein.
No, there's no one else that's in a Shatner vein outside of Chris.
You gotta have an American. Like, give me like De Niro.
No, that's Italian. That's not even our delegation.
Okay, fair enough. Would you trade Mickey James and New York? What? Why did we have to throw him a
hot dog cart? I'll trade you Mickey James and a hot dog cart for Trish Stratus, apparently, according to Small Mark.
Right. Although
I was about to say, is Brett Hull Canadian?
Is who? Brett Hull.
Brett Hull, Captain Canada. Captain.
He actually is American, and he.
All right, so we'll trade you Brett Hull and Chris Jericho for Shatner and Stratus.
Someone's gonna yell at me right now. I'm rusty on this one.
Gary Busey. We'll throw in Gary Busey to sweeten the pot.
Gary Busey. Okay, we'll take. I'll take Gary Busey
to get us over the cap.
Gary Busey's the trump card. I'll take that crazy
line up.
Right, I'll take that crazy bastard in any trade. That's a good one.
All right, you heard it here first.
Not for Trish.
Folks. So we've traded Gary Busey, Brett Hull, and Chris Jericho for William Shatner and Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is not getting American.
Trish. Dude, I told you Trish is not on the table.
No, I said that, and you just said, "All right, yeah, I'll take him whenever." So you agreed to that. I backdoored you like you backdoored us with Brock.
Busey is a beauty. The guy's crazy as
shit. Fucking dentist.
He is Canadian. He was born in Belleville, but I'm pretty sure, national team. He represented the U.S. and he got criticized for it. Some people thought, he felt like he would. He should have played for Canada. There you go. Can we get rid of Cardi B?
I was correcting you. I only brought up Brett Hull because he was one of my favorite hockey players growing up. Can we get rid of Cardi B?
This has gone off the rails, folks. We are in a commercial break, and if you are tuning in for the first time, this is the Wrestling for Life Network. And as you can see, we have a lot of fun here. We're going through Raw. Vitamins. We're also figuring out what people we can trade across borders. In the meantime, it started with wrestlers. Somehow we ended up with Shatner and Gary Busey.
No, it's because he's in the Hall of Fame.
Shatner for Busey straight up. I would have made that deal.
Shatner for who?
Busey straight up.
I don't know who wins in that.
That's right. It's tricky, isn't it? That's what you want to get out of it, bro.
No, you want to come out on the advantage here. You want to come out winning.
No, I'm okay. I just want to be entertained by Gary.
You don't like Shatner?
Yes, he's from Belleville.
Spoken word?
I don't mind Shatner. Brett Hall, dual citizen because he played for U.S. because he couldn't. There you go. That's what a lot of people criticized him with was.
Oh, saying he couldn't make Team Canada.
Right, he couldn't be on the
Yeah,
best team in the world.
NHL Hall of Famer couldn't make Team Canada.
Well, the team was pretty stacked.
It's your national sport outside of lacrosse. It's the only thing you fucking have.
Right? There you go. Johnny Gargano live.
It's like it would be like the U.S. saying
we curl too,
in the World Football Championship. Like,
right?
No shit.
Well, it's like basketball, right? But we're getting better at it. We're climbing the ranks. Soccer was one that you guys were better at soccer for a while because we were, a younger country.
Speaking of which, I wanted to watch the documentary about the Redeem Team because I keep hearing. I love the whole story about Kobe. First place, like I'm gonna run through fucking Paul's chest. But we've got
Paul
speaking
Heyman.
of Paul's, we've got Paul Heyman right now on my screen.
Tsunami or the Vader bomb?
The Samoan street fighting champion, Solo Sikoa.
Oh,
we're going right back at Cody too.
Yeah, they got to keep him tied to this, right?
Yeah, you gotta. It becomes the Simpsons thing of like, hey guys, when when Cody Rhodes isn't on screen, everyone should be saying, hey, where's Cody Rhodes?
Right.
Reigns.
There you go.
It's already personal.
Paul just delivering the heat.
Heyman just, no matter what he's doing, he makes you believe every word, every syllable, every sentence that he's saying.
Absolutely. He believes it all, and he delivers it with such finesse.
Well, we can even say this of how much we've been on talking everything like that of when you believe everything that you're saying, it hits differently. It comes across differently than somebody that's putting on an act. That's somebody that's half-assing it.
It's so just like, it's all the little details. Looking into the camera, the inflection. Guys, legit. I honestly believe
next week from St. Louis, shout out CJ. Your ass better be there, and I want people taking pictures with CJ in the crowd. Your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, will be there.
If you get a picture with CJ, he will send you a t-shirt.
Right.
So you get a picture and a t-shirt, and he'll probably autograph you.
Right. Autograph you, not the shirt.
No, you.
He said autograph you. He'll just sign your
autograph you.
You just go CJ. And then just draw a little poo emoji for cut the shit.
Right. Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, and Martha Stewart for Ryan Reynolds. No. Even though I love Willie and Snoop, and Martha's not bad. She can cook.
I would almost agree. Would, as I guess the representation for the U.S. on the channel, I would agree to that trade if you would agree to that trade.
They're getting old. Ryan Reynolds is funny as shit. I like that guy.
What does it take to get Ryan Reynolds?
His documentary about buying the soccer team is really good.
Oh, the show with him and Matt from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Rob McElhaney. Yeah.
I've watched every episode.
Watched a couple episodes of that, and then just kind of, it's like half the stuff I watch a little bit, and then I forget about it.
No, I really enjoyed it. It's a really cool story. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's really good. And actually give a shit.
We're getting a Rey Mysterio package.
We're getting Ronald Mysterious. Going to be the first inductee into the WrestleMania 39 Hall of Fame class. And shout out Larry. Thank you very much for the super chat at Mania. Hey. Pop may go with the Weasel. Pop goes to Weasel. Weasel goes Pop. Ray ends as a babyface, feuds with Santos with Dom.
That's interesting.
You have Dom in I think, well, I'll let you talk about this because you had kind of the strongest opinion, the strongest feeling on how will they go with this.
Well, the tricky part is, if Dom wasn't already in the Judgment Day and doing extremely well, I thought previously there was an opportunity to bring Santos into the fold and make him the reason why Dom hated him. But this has worked out so well The only thing you can really do with Santos is Legato, who kind of runs interference, to allow Dom and Mysterio to have their moment.
But does Dom show up on like the Hall of Fame stage, and that's where we build to like? Does it end up like a pre-show opener match or like kickoff night one type match of Dom shows up on the WrestleMania stage and attacks Ray, and that's where we lead to a match?
Yeah, I think so. I honestly listen when they announced this live.
Hand up. Sorry, but the next inductee announcement will come this Wednesday at 1 p.m. on the bump with special guest Ric Flair. Woo! The wheeling dealing, kiss stealing.
He's gonna
limousine riding.
He's gonna nominate himself again.
Yeah,
I was so good, baby.
It's tune in because it could be somebody else, but Ric Flair will nominate himself.
Yeah, right.
How awkward is it going to be if you have Ric Flair nominate or announce that Stacey Keibler is going in?
True say.
It might be now somebody I would have been traveling around the world with.
He phoned today. Hey. I heard. Is it
I heard you're going to put Stacey in. Can I introduce her? Can I nominate it? Can I put her up there? Can I do the ceremony? Can I just be around her? I'd like to just be around her.
Vance, I know your secrets. Let me do it. Right. That's terrible. And those are accusations.
Accusations.
Vince McMahon for Trish. No, God, no. You keep his old balls over there.
All right.
They're all yours.
No. They're all yours, sir.
Specifically. Oh, shit. Left me on that note, eh? We're going one-on-one with Buttery One, CJ, Mr. Buttery Brand. Where's Butters been? And yeah, we need to get CJ, to pop on and say hi. Burb. Thanks, bud. Vince McMahon for Trish Never. 100% Dom ruined Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's. Yeah, I mean, it's perfect, right? You give Ray a few minutes to check off the people he needs to check off. And then, right as it ends, out comes Dom and shits all over him. And that's where Ray says, I've had enough. You're getting a spanking tomorrow night at WrestleMania. And that's how the match should end. Ray puts him on his knee and just spanks the shit out of him. Should have did this years ago, you little bastard. Flair already in the Hall of Fame 3 times. I know, but Flair's greedy. Great Muda. A lot of people are assuming Muda. I mean, that's been rumored. I think even if he's not, the next one he is on the list. Great Muda. There's another one. Flair equals Batista. Absolutely nice show, Matt. Ding. So if survey says, I like that one. If Flair equals Batista, it sounds bang on for me. Arn Anderson. Interesting. Where's he at with AEW right now? Is he still fucking around? I haven't seen him in a while. Did he finally just get fed up and go to the Waffle House? Cardi B for Pamela Anderson. I got to consult some other Canadians on this one. I don't think so. But I mean, it's like 6 of one and half a dozen the other, literally. Dom steals Ray's ring. I think Dom takes Ray's mask. Steals the ring altogether and runs away with it and keeps it. That's not a bad show. Comes out on Raw with the mask and the ring. Uses it like MJF. Matt, we have Easter coming up. What will Dom do? Dress up like a bunny and beat the shit out of his dad again. Last time Batista dragged Flair. But things changed, Larry. I like the idea. Rest in peace to Brock Anderson's older brother. Yes, true story. We saw that article come out and tragic. And I mean, it's never supposed to be that way. A parent's never supposed to bury their child. And it's even, adds to an already tragic situation. And not to transition away from that, JV, but as you can imagine, here comes Dom to interrupt Ray. And Ray just looks so fed up. Yes. So definitely thoughts and prayers to the Anderson family. But yeah, like I was saying, it's never supposed to be that way. And it's heartbreaking. And play Easter egg game hunt with Ray. Not bad. Interesting transition. But yes, you know, the crowd is going off. When you guys talk about getting heat, Dom getting tons of it. Tons of it. Yes, Tyson's in. I feel like Tyson was like one of the first celebrities in. Not the first. There was a few before, but I feel like he was fairly early in the process. Condom. A-Town Down. Welcome back, buddy. So Dom basically giving the poor me, you were here for these strangers and not your kids. What do you mean? He brought his kid to work. Ended up in a ladder match. Whose fault is it really, Dom? But is it heat or go away heat? It's definitely not go away heat, JV. Definitely not. They're right into this. They want to see Dominic get his ass kicked. Correct me if I'm wrong out there, but I'm not like, oh, get this guy off my screen. I don't think the fans are like, get this guy off the mic. I think they legitimately are booing him and want him to get his everything he deserves. He's been torturing his father for weeks, months. Now they're giving him what chance? Where's Nick when I need him? What? Yeah. Let me kill Mr. Killmeister and Motorhead for WWE Hall of Fame. What? I don't even know how to make that one work. What? What? It's the perfect heat. Yeah, I agree with you, Rodnick. Anyone that says this is go home heat, they're missing out. Like they're watting them, they're on them, they're shitting on them. When he makes a comment, they're reacting. This is over as shit. Yeah, you ungrateful little bugger. Your father fought for you, and we still don't believe him. You suck. You suck. Quite possible. He could very well lose to Carmelo unless they got more immediate plans for Carmelo. Right? What if Omos goes over on Brock Lesnar with the help of the Hurt Business, even if it's a new Hurt Business? Think about it. I'm not crazy. Aaron Rodgers signed with the Jets. Shut the fuck up. Really? I don't know. Why the Jets? We'll see what he can do now. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I feel like Green Bay did him dirty for a lot of years, poor bugger. That restaurant segment was so gold, and it was even gets Rio over too. Absolutely, and it's fun. And for the people, like again, the smart fans are going, "Oh, it's so fake," and it's supposed to be. We saw shit like that throughout all of wrestling: fake hit and runs, fake kidnappings, fake bullshit. Everyone's done it. Even the marvelous Jim Cornette, had Leviathan from the depths unknown and bullshit like that. We're all, we all want to stretch imagination. When done right, it works. And all of this has worked. Oh, I know hard times, like Martha Stewart. Oh, the crowd's kind of booing Ray though. The crowd's getting impatient with Ray, kind of like we are. I still love you, son. Why? Beat his ass. Ooh. Dom confident on the mic, guys. He's not stuttering. He's not stumbling. Sounds a little green, but he's giving him shit. He's got attitude. He's playing to the crowd. Listen, if Dom Mysterio is not the most improved wrestler in the last 12 months, I don't know who is. Ray turns? No. Turns how? This is all leading just to Ray. Like I said, Dom's gonna leave. Ray's gonna leave again. It's getting a little bit like, I mean, come on. Every man has a breaking point. He might want to be as, as father of the year as possible, but come on. I know my pops ain't giving me 6 months of torture before he snaps. I love the bloodline. Libby, glad you love the bloodline. Definitely, been the most compelling thing in wrestling for a long time now. Okay, so the the dream team of Becky, Lita, and Trish are pissed. So they're looking for revenge. No, Larry. Ray stays babyface. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you, Dale. Like I said, I highly anticipate. Does Ray snap before? Do they kind of keep them apart? Maybe I would almost suggest for the next, maybe Friday, they're not both on the show. Maybe let it just simmer a little. But then when you bring it back, you head towards the Hall of Fame because you got still a couple weeks to get to that Hall of Fame. So I think I said it when I found out Ray was getting inducted. It's the perfect spot to continue this. Ray turns and joins. No. Nah. I think this leads right to Ray and Dom. And I mean, if you're Ray, do you not consider a WrestleMania match against your son as maybe this might be the one I want to tap out on? Maybe this is the last one I need to do. I don't know. But he still looks like he's got a lot of fuel in the tank. He snaps at the Hall of Fame. Yeah. I put up with all you fucked up Christmas, you fucked up Thanksgiving, but you are not going to ruin the Hall of Fame for me. And I am going to get you for all this. Enough is enough. And that's what we've been waiting for. Oh, well, it looks like we are not going to have a worse sense of fashion sense contest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because the Mitch is just wearing a suit. All right, Terrence. Thanks, Matt.
What? Enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Right.
We go that route with it.
What's that?
I said we go that route with it when you're talking about Ray and Dom.
Yeah, I think you keep pushing this. My only fear is if you're on SmackDown and Dom smacks him around either physically or verbally again, and he does nothing. It's the same thing we talked about KO. Eventually, KO's got to go, fuck it, I'm in. Like, you can't just keep smacking him in the forehead. And then you get the fans who want to see the right choice or the choice we're hoping for get disinterested after so many takes, right?
It's one of those of you can keep putting it in front of them, and then when you don't ever bite on it, then they're just, all right, I give up here.
But I really do think the Hall of Fame would be perfect. And it's not very often you've had, if ever, you've had a storyline play into like a Hall of Fame ceremony, which I think would be outstanding.
Well, and I do also like what you said of to where you could see this being maybe Ray hangs it up here of, I know he might still have some wear on the tread there, but you go long enough to see yourself end up respectfully like Chris Jericho to where you're wearing the tires down to where they're fucking bald and you're almost bald.
Well, no, it depends what week we catch him on between treatments.
It depends on like Cena, whether you comb your hair back or
not. But yeah, no, I think that I'm not saying that Ray has to retire, but we did talk about Ray kind of becoming a gatekeeper and getting a little monotonous of like, here comes Ray with the roll-up win, then he'll get smashed a couple weeks from now. So if you were to write your story, ending it with your kid at Mania sounds pretty fucking perfect.
Right.
Who else gets to throw up that one?
And where do you go beyond that? Like, if it's not that, then what? It's a little bit like what Taker ran into. You
Where'd he
always
go?
thought he was going to have this match was going to be the retirement match, and then what it wasn't. It's like, all right, so then now what? Like, what can
No.
you do that's going to out top this that you can still do?
No, that'll be no, I agree with you, but I believe we owe the Undertaker one last match in front of people.
You owe him a retirement send-off in front of people. You don't owe him a match.
No, I think his last match where he just left his shit behind and nobody there, it was fucking depressing, bro.
No, that's a retirement ceremony. Do you have him have a match like he had against Cena to where it's all of like 3 moves to doom?
Yep.
And count that as a
I
match?
just want to give us the big entrance, take up time, the flames.
So who do you job out to Taker? Because you can't.
LA Knight. Because everybody beats LA Knight.
No.
Right? Yeah.
With every bit of me of saying, yeah, no.
Rest in peace. Yeah. That's what's happening.
Does it happen in Puerto Rico? Because we are getting backlash, by the way, in Puerto Rico, hosted by Bad Bunny. What?
Right? I mean, in a perfect world, I think you get the Bray Taker, Bray go over, finally, what we kind of deserved before. Or, I mean, bring, Undertaker versus Kane one more time. Survivor Series 2023.
No, you could do it against somebody like who's already in the ring right now. Granted, we've got the Miz on commentary, but we've got Baron Corbin in the ring. He could very much take just a tombstone and a 1, 2, 3, or take a big boot, a tombstone, a 1, 2, 3, and there you go.
People weren't very happy about the angle situation when it came to Corbin, so he might avoid that situation altogether.
Right.
Are
we seeing OTs?
I haven't heard anything about OTs tonight.
Well, Gable's missing OTs, but you cannot miss out on our T's because we do have the merchandise shop, everything. We got the Discord, we got the Spotify, we got anything and everything. We got the super chats, we got the super stickers if you want to support the channel, everything and everything. What?
Popping and locking, we got it. Oh.
But I've got Seth Rollins coming out right now, sir.
Guilford.
To the thunderous ovation of
again
everybody singing along with him.
Yeah, I know a lot of people out there, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. I try and pay attention to as much as I possibly can. And I know some people out there that like, can't listen. I sat on this stream for months going, I can't stand Rollins as a heel. I can't stand him as a heel. I can't stand him as a heel. He annoyed me to the point where I was like, fuck it, I kind of like him. And he's over his shit. And that's where the money is. He is over his shit.
He's literally become the Joker of literally he just has changed nothing about him.
Oh,
but
shit.
He just keeps laughing, and somehow people have gotten behind it and cheering. And we're on our way. Bell rings.
Corbin gave 0 on that one.
Who, what?
Yeah, Corbin said, take your fucking sing-along. I've had enough of you.
Yeah, but so we've got Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins right now, folks. So 100% give your predictions, and why is it Seth Rollins?
Right.
At this point, it should be take a time limit on how long before Rollins beats Corbin.
Seth for the win. Say that again.
I was saying how it should be a time limit of take the time of how long from bell ring to Seth wins.
4.5 minutes.
Now, see, I wish I should have said that when the bell rang. Because
well, I'll give it 30 on the clock.
Fair enough. Vitamins. But
yeah, it was probably 3 minutes already.
Should have been Gable. Oh, this man just going from 3 minutes. Oh, it's already been an hour. They've already outdone MJF.
It's an Iron Man match already in my head, bro.
Right. Oh, sometimes it feels like that.
Right. Oh, Seth taking
Baron Von Corbin. Oh, Lord.
If they go to commercial, I'm going to be bummed out.
I think if they go to commercial, I know exactly what you're going to do here. Yeah. So I'm already preparing for it.
Right? Yeah. Did you see we were talking about Stevenson here. His brother is fucking jacking himself up. I saw a picture of him today. He's
what
huge.
The fuck did you just say to me?
He looks huge. Shit.
Just really in the forearms.
Yeah, like you're working out hard. Fuck this.
All right. So as as Kevin Patrick gets laid out. Or no, The Miz. Sorry, I thought it was Kevin Patrick because they both seemed irrelevant. But super kick from Rollins onto Corbin, and then a step up enziguri onto The Miz. So we're gonna get a double stomp here. He's literally gonna fucking Mario these guys right now. Of yep, dumps, steps on the back of Miz to get the stomp on Corbin for the 1, 2, 3. And see, KJ timed it halfway perfectly. Just pretty much as soon as he left, Seth Rollins picks up the win. So if you had that on your bingo cards, folks, you're doing well. What about Shelton? What do we got here? Oh, we were talking at one point about Gable Stevenson. Damon Kemp, to me, still it's so weird. He's still halfway involved in the Diamond Mine storyline that still hasn't gotten fully resolved because Roderick Strong's halfway on the bench / they're not using him. So to me, it's a little convoluted, a little misused and I still, until I see Gable Stevenson show up and actually go on a run in WWE, I don't think he's staying in WWE, or he might just use it a little bit for exposure. Speaking of Logan Paul, but I don't know how I feel about Gable Stevenson. I could still see him trying to make a UFC type run with it. I guess if he'll go Daniel Cormier. But with that being said, Damian saying he's 5-0. I hope Seth comes out to add a Tanuki Mario when the Mario Brothers movie comes out. Fair enough, Simone, I guess. 3-0 pitch. 6-1-9-0. As we've got Gable still looking for Otis, and what exactly is going on with Mustafa Ali right now? I don't know if he's trying to be like a weird TikToker type gimmick, a social media influencer or whatever, all about trying to be positive. But we've got Otis and baby oil and tinted glasses as he's out here posing with the Maximum Male models. And I won't lie, Mansoor, I need that button up, that little polo shirt there, the Gucci polo. But we've got the Maximum Male models doing a photo shoot with OTs. Is that his new name? Like how we've had Masse and Mansour, we've got OTs. Just put Otis and LA Knight as a tag team right now. Just yeah. And the second Gable and Otis take a picture together, breaks Mansoor's camera. But Maxine Dupree saying Gable's a disgusting scab. Pause. Cosmetically cleared to compete. I love it. I still say that Pretty Deadly should have been the Maximum Male models, but if WWE had a Rampage, and I know that's pretty much called main event, but if they did something that had halfway storylines and stuff like that, this works perfectly on that. Of why do I need to take up 3 hours with this? Oh, I'm not saying I hate it. It's just wrong place, wrong time. But we've got Bianca Belair coming out right now. What? The Raw Women's Champion. What? Scary thought. What if Miz causes Logan to win at Mania? Don't put that evil on me. Bro, the new mom? What? Oh. Mansoor, Otis, and Masse. I got there.
You got there, bro.
OTs. Sounds like we're talking about O-Town.
OTs. Please don't call him OTs.
Well, no, I think that might be his new name. If somebody mentioned it before about how we were missing OTs. We've got
OT.
Masse, we've got Mansour. Now we're gonna get OTs.
Yeah, men on a mission. Models on a mission.
Models on them. Oh my god.
Models on a mission. They need a song.
Mo.
They need a catchy song.
No, they need. So who's gonna rap? They need a rap. Someone make a Models on a Mission rap.
It's gonna be rough. Can't be any worse than the hit.
Can't be any worse than them. So the Good Brothers match got canceled versus the Maximum Male Models. That match was supposed to happen maybe next week. Oh yeah, because they were cosmetically unable to compete.
That was announced. That's crazy. No.
Oh.
No.
Top Dollar could rap for the no.
He can't rap for Hit Row. Why can he rap for Mom?
Yeah. Mom. Mommy. Oh god, as we fully de-evolved. But yeah, no. Flop Dollar, insufficient funds, can't even be in there just to hold water for fucking Skid Row, so let alone him actually trying to rap or cut a promo for the models.
No, absolutely. I mean, no. It's not a good choice. I think we're pushing him off TV as it is. We don't need to shove him in another terrible gimmick. I thought
how long until a rehire under the Hunter regime is future endeavored? Because I feel like somebody like that's knocking on the door.
Well, I feel like they would send them down to NXT before cutting them loose, you know?
Oh, yeah. So they can take a fucking titty slap from Quincy Elliott for a finish.
Oh, dude. It's weird, man.
It's just, no, it's not weird. It's just fucking bad.
No, it's
not weird anymore. If now it's just bad. Of now you're
like,
insulting me of watching this as a wrestling fan.
And it's degrading to the person doing it, to be honest.
And fuck off. It's degrading to someone watching it. Like I'm tuning to watch you guys go at it. And this is what you give me. And you want me to keep coming back.
Man,
this is your developmental system. This is your practice squad. This is your guys who are going to develop and be on the main roster.
So you're
Piss
preparing
off.
You're preparing Quincy to do this on the main, like on Raw one night. That's your future goal with him. Because if you can't see him doing it on Raw or SmackDown, then you should probably ask him to stop doing it.
Right. That's my thing. Literally. If you tune in and if that's the clip that somebody's scrolling through social media and that's what they find from WWE of this is what pro wrestling is, and it's that, who the fuck is tuning in and saying that's what I want to watch? If you do, they probably need to fucking order against them. So
yeah, no, 100%. Dude, it's just we've had a lot of big fellas, and as a channel with some big fellas on it, pause, you know, but that's the thing, man. Like, again, it's not, you would never do that. It's stupid, right? Like, this is supposed to be a fight.
This is still supposed to be a sport.
Yeah.
That's not a sport. You wouldn't do that in fucking acting. So
now,
even if you want to look at that as sports entertainment, that's not either. That's not that either.
It's like trying to play off like the people are going to say, well, Rikishi shoved his butt in people's face. At least you knew that hurt and then sucked, right?
If you have a 400+ pound man shove his ass in your face and tell me if that
the hip thrust sucked.
Someone going,
It's just not. Yeah, it's not. I'm surprised at this day and age that people aren't like that should happen.
Yeah. Oh my Lanta. We have Chelsea Green coming out here looking like Karen M. Bison right now.
We're in good company, JV.
I'm a beefy son. Right. I don't have BRG in my name for no reason.
Oh, Nick.
Shout out to mom.
Everyone, shout out to your
all the
mom.
moms out there as well, I guess. Keep doing what you're doing.
Carmella
Yeah,
does
we've
look
got
really good.
Bianca versus Karen. So
I don't want to like Carmella, but she does kind of have
what the shit did you get there?
She's next to the lady walking out.
Oh, I didn't
Didn't even
notice
notice.
that.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't even notice.
So they paired up Carmella and Chelsea Green, which holy shit.
Is this because Vince is losing his mind and thinks
is this match more
Karen
than a minute?
Starts with C instead of K?
Right. Get your predictions in quick, folks, because I think you're going to need to.
Shout out, I guess I can say this because I got homies. I guess shout out Cliff of Ashley can speak to this too or whatever. Of Carmella, 100% looks like she belongs on like Long Island in like a Real Housewives show
Right.
or like an extra on The Sopranos.
And we got Chelsea Green looking like a Vancouver Canuck for the hockey fans out there.
I was gonna say, are you upset?
Nah, Vancouver shite. I don't care.
The only Canuck that I could. Is that racist to say that? But the only Vancouver Canuck that I can remember is the Sedin brothers and then Luongo.
Bobby Lou, eh? I mean, Burry was a good one.
Well, he was for you guys for a little bit. If he kind of bounced around a good bit.
After, yeah. I mean,
even before, I feel.
Yeah, fair enough. Gotta love Vince McMahon running the show. Shut up, Rocco.
If I don't believe it, it doesn't happen.
I want to see a picture of Vince McMahon with a mustache, not the. I want to see the legit. Oh,
it's been floating around. I can hook you up with that.
The one I saw, I ended up finding out was a fake.
Oh, he had the fake mustache on, is what you said.
No, somebody had like doctored a little small fucking Jacques Cousteau mustache on him.
To see what I've seen of, he looks like he's on like the next season of like Narcos or something.
Catching a Predator season 8.
Oh, you went there with it. I was about to go of saying,
hey, if the stash fits, and that's just jokes, folks.
No, I was about to say he's out there like instead of breaking bad, it's breaking pro wrestling of it's just instead of his Jesse, it's just Bruce Pritchard.
It's his version of Undercover Boss, but
I am the one who books.
Oh, we went to a commercial on this match? Jesus. Mia Yim, not really. Gargano Candice, A. Luis? No. Cross, A. Hit Row, nope. What? Emma Bronson, not yet. Bray for 6 months. Tegan, not yet. Mark's got a point. It was clunky to get there, but I get what he's saying.
Yeah, we saw the reports a while ago, and they kind of just went by the wayside of Hunter saying, of it getting reported that Hunter wasn't happy with a lot of the people that he had brought back.
To me, that's a bit shit. And I'm gonna cough. Shit.
To me, that's a bit shit too.
That's a bit shit to me because son of a bitch.
So much shit you can't even swallow it down. Pause.
And I'm back. No, I mean, what were you saying? No, it's a load of shit. I mean, there's only so much you can put on the athletes, right? You got to put them in positions. What have you booked for Mia that really? I mean, she hung around, the Bullet Club, and then AJ hurt his ankle, and everybody said, "Well, we forgot about the Bullet Club." Candice and Gargano have been awful. Cross has been terrible. Hit Row's horrific. Emma doesn't matter. Bronson, not bad. Bronson's probably the best on the screen. And Tegan, well, so-so.
Well, that's the thing, is a bit have been a victim of circumstance to an extent. But also when you control the circumstances, it's a little hard to fully pass judgment on the performer.
That's it. And some people have surmised, well, like Triple H ran out and like loaded up on this talent, knowing that he had to get through Mania. So there's a lot of like, a lot of people in a holding pattern until they
He
get
threw a lot of darts on the wall, and those that have stuck.
Yeah. So knowing that, and again, it felt like a bit of an arms race, right? Like just getting out there and like, well, just in case, you know, and you saw it, like Tony knee jerk, and here, I'll give Soraya a bunch of money. Like, why? That hasn't gone
Right, well, and even then, no, now you don't have allegedly, supposedly Bray. So what do you do there? If you could slot somebody like an LA Knight into there, do you slot a Karrion Kross into there? Now you have
Karrion's a good shout.
Depth that you can slide people and you can try and make it work and patch over till then.
If you found out that Bray was out, and say Lashley shows up on SmackDown, starts telling the fans, you know what, Bray can't make it to Mania. Mr. Bad Guy's apparently hurt. Who's gonna know? Well, he was already kind of flirting with it, but he can kind of save face. I think he ends up, because if you drop the lights and it's Karrion Kross's music that hits, and they do the whole fucking spooky sands through the hourglass, these are the days of our lives. Karrion Kross stepping up into that spot's not terrible.
Not terrible, but it's still going to be so interesting. Like, how much do they really pull back? Like, if they openly say about Bray not being able to make it, all of that, it's dead in the water already more than it even was. If you acknowledge that he's not going to go to Mania, and you don't just play it off of people will forget about it, and then you can bring it back whenever. If you acknowledge it, then you're killing it dead in the water.
Yeah. Cody is the new face of the company. You're getting there. He's probably the biggest baby. Well, Sami's got a right to that claim still.
Well, that's why they keep trying to take everything that's a baby face and rub it off to Cody there.
Yeah. And I think it is very much like Sami even talked about in his promo about, you know, Cody is, you know, the type of guy that's the face of a company, not a guy like me. So,
I was about to say, though, but still, as somebody who might feel the same way, of you don't want to sell yourself short. Jesus, okay.
Yeah, and I mean, it's that humility that we love about him, but I think he would be fully capable, and I think people would tune in to see him.
Real housewives of Long Island, Staten Island there, go bouncing off the apron as a roll-up for a 2 count.
Right.
Hush Money in the Bank.
Oh.
If we get Carmella and Chelsea versus Belair and Asuka in a tag before Mania, then 100% Vince is back.
Yeah,
People make suggestions. They don't have to go with them.
The theorists out there have some really good evidence that they're like, see, this happened. That's a Vince move. And I'm like, maybe it's just Triple H spent a lot of time hanging out with Vince.
Right, but I'll say this to any sort of conspiracy theorist, anything like that out there, of when you already have a preconceived outcome, when you have an outcome that you're already aiming towards, you can make any sort of connection that will justify said outcome. When you go at it objectively and you just look at what adds up, that's whole differently than when you have a predetermined outcome.
Yeah, no, I mean, that I think is the tricky part, right? Like, you know the ending of the story, but you still are required to find compelling ways to get from point A to point B.
Oh, but I'm saying about how the people that go into like, oh, Vince he's been here all along, of he never even left, of this is a sign that Vince is in control of that. Well, no, it's you're going into that wanting to say that Vince was in control.
Yeah, here comes Asuka.
As Belair with the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and Carmella just pounding the shit out of Belair now.
Well, no, I've got Chelsea Green just eating all of the shots, the spinning back elbows, the spinning back kicks, everything.
And this Asuka's different, right? Like, she comes out and she's got her own style, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's almost like they've had this 3 or 4 times before and couldn't figure out what the fuck to do with it.
Right, just let me be myself, and then when I show up to wrestle, I'll paint my face and go crazy.
Right, but she was there before, and she was there before that, and she was there out of NXT, and they've just now realized, oh wait, we still have Asuka here, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
She's messing with Belair. I like it.
See, if I get what people like here, it's just it frustrates me because
and the crowd is go.
Been had it. This has been there.
The crowd cheering for it too, Nick, and they're not really supposed to be. But some of the crowd is enjoying this little.
I don't know. Do you hear the 5 of them that are clapping? Because I don't really hear too much of any sort of response here. There was a smothering of cheers.
Oh, she's drooling blue on the belt.
You were about to say she's bleeding blue.
She's bleeding blue. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
No one makes me miss my own mist. Yeah, no, that was a stammering, a smothering, a pattering of cheers there.
Mm-hmm. I was just commending her on being a little more like, she feels more real like this, where she comes out and then she starts drooling blue. So then I don't know.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. That screams real to me. Is I love it when a chick comes out and she just starts laughing and drooling blue at me.
Oh, son of a bitch, dude. But yeah, I mean, everything up until that.
Yeah, I gotta defend this now.
No, I can't. There's no answer to that. You're completely 100%. And anyone out there that disagrees, I'm curious. But we're getting a Brock Lesnar.
Something strange for a little piece of change.
Yeah, but no, I mean, everything up until her drooling blue has a different, like a better feel for me than her just always coming out in gear, kind of screaming and yelling, a little of that anime style. I like the dancing. Leave her alone.
I'll have a blue, blue.
Complete lack of swerve for no reason. Tell me Triple H booking NXT 2013 to 2018. They're hardly ever swerve ever.
What?
I don't know. Because we lost context.
Well, no, I source you DIY. I source you.
No, he said barely ever. So I mean, DIY was a swerve. KO.
Right, but you're saying that's what I'm saying. You're saying barely ever, and I call bullshit on bullshit on bullshit with that.
Yeah, I feel like they were swervy. People got hit by cars and
no Strickland, but yeah, they were swervy.
No Strickland. And we're getting the main event.
Actually, a little bit of Strickland, to be honest.
Right. We are heading into the main event, folks. You can get your predictions in. Remember, at the end of the night, we will take your ratings out of 10. And as we head to commercial, I'm assuming, I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow. We have Big Cliff and Big Nick. They're going to do
Piff
NXT.
Cliff.
What's that?
Piff Cliff.
Piff Cliff. Yeah, so we will be back tomorrow for NXT. Wednesday, we're here for Dynamite. We got the trios triple threat in one of the weirdest fucking things in wrestling that
it's the Canada.
Yeah. If he wins because he's in Canada, Nick. Dude, if he wins in Canada, he's in Canada.
Well, no, even then you've got Jade Cargill laying a challenge out to a Canadian. You got the rebar mitzvah. You got the, we're gonna make him not a boy and then a boy again, or make him not a man and then a man again with MJF.
Yeah, the rebar mitzvah. I'm looking forward to this. I've been seeing pictures of his original bar mitzvah. Looks like a time. It's time for the main event. Oops, wrong show. It's time. This is my favorite part of the week, guys. Come on now.
Right.
Call an EMT. That woman is coughing up blue stuff. Yeah.
She got infected.
Trish ever drool blue? I had such a smart ass answer, but I'm letting it go.
Go ahead, because I was halfway thinking of one. I was like, my brain instantly went, well, Maple Leafs blue.
100% exactly the same thing.
Drool blue. All right, where's the joke here?
The Maple Leafs are in the neighborhood. It's time. Accusations, by the way. It's time for the main event. Got that one. Yeah, barely ever. You named a couple. That's why DIY Swerve was such a big deal. I had a big effect because it was rare and unexpected.
All right, so name the big swerves that have happened under Triple H's watch within WWE recently. Jay Uso on Sami Zayn.
That's been good.
Sami Zayn on Roman Reigns. Hey, look, there's two that I was still struggling to name two within a year. So,
I mean, the time frame. I mean, we're looking at 5, and I think Matt's point ends up being that he feels like Triple H he's conservative when it comes to swerving. He wants the swerves to kind of mean he doesn't want to over swerve, which I mean it's valid, but
I remixed the remix. It was back to normal.
Well, he's trying to not remix the remix. He's trying to, send one mix out and nail it the first try.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, I agree with that with Triple H. If I just don't get the whole halfway blaming him for a lot of stuff that he wasn't responsible for.
Now that's where I completely agree with you in the sense of like, no, it's on. I mean, he's trying to be smart about it. I think he's just got a logjam and he's trying to figure all this bullshit out. And then Vince comes back, and God knows, Vince probably has shit that like. Vince might have, we don't know. Vince could have easily looked at Triple H and the guys and said, listen, Cena's going to be on Mania because I'm trying to sell this company and I need to sell, more shit. So tough, deal with it.
Is there anyone else in professional wrestling that you could have handed what was probably the booking notebook, I guess, from Vince McMahon to and done more with outside of Paul Levesque?
Oh no, I mean, and I'm such a big fan of Triple H. Like, I mean, like for me, he might. I mean, I'm really like at the point of like he would be considered one of my all-time faves. I mean, the guy is outstanding. But I think what he's trying to avoid in what he's booking right now is kind of what we're getting a little bit with like AEW with like. Saraya and Ruby and Hayter, and nobody really knows who's on. Like, he's trying to avoid that kind of chaos, and he's really stuck it out with a few stories that he inherited, some of them, right?
Right. Well, Matt brings up a point here as I'm getting a Stone Cold Steve Austin video package. Why? We got the merchandise up in the store. Why? But my point was if Vince was booking, we would get swerves all the time. Well, if you're talking about Vince McMahon, it's because he couldn't remember what he had booked before.
Yeah, the swerves are
talking about Vince Russo. It's because he couldn't, again, remember what he had booked before. He just liked car crash wrestling.
Right? No, but that's, I mean, I don't disagree with that. 316 day is we have to
March 16th.
Yeah, 2 days from today, Thursday.
Hey, what? You were doing on here covering, Ring of Honor, what? Covering Impact, what? Then we'll be here on Friday for St. Patrick's Day, what?
We got to go a little green on patties.
Like, we aren't a channel that already has green.
Yeah, we don't get colorful anyway, right?
Right. Well, speaking of colorful, I like, well, fuck you. I like Small Mark of Violet. You're turning violet.
Violet?
Yes, shout out my favorite movie. I've been to a bar mitzvah since there. Fair enough.
That I've never been to one.
Yeah.
Marina Shafir turns on Nyla Rose and joins Outcasts. I guess.
Does anyone care?
Does that not just make that worse?
But again, whoever joins the Outcast, if it's Ember Moon, Athena, if she joins, does anyone care? Does anyone care about what they're doing anymore?
No, and they're going to continue to get pushed out in front of us because he paid a lot of money for Soraya's services.
Right.
And dude, it's been bad. It's been bad across the board. Like, and I don't want it to be bad. I'm a big fan of Paige. I'm surprised at how bad it's been. The match at Revolution sucked. The storyline leading into Revolution sucked. It should have been from day one a Britt Hayter rivalry stemmed from jealousy of the belt. And that would have been a fun little program that would have came to a conclusion at Revolution. And I guarantee would have been better than the triple threat match we got that ended up with that fucking stupid spray paint spot where, again, you're trying to figure out who's on whose side. And then it's just,
Undoubtedly. But by the way, we are in a way, I should say, with the street fight between Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, where's your
We
predictions?
are in the main event of Monday Night Raw. So let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling on a Monday night. How you feeling as we're marching on the road to WrestleMania? Who you got in this match? Are you going hometown Canada?
Yeah, I'll go hometown boy. This is a coin toss tonight. It's who gets involved and how do they get involved.
I will. I want to agree with you just on the sense of that. To me, he wins because of DQ, and then that's when we
But he
get
can't win as because of DQ because of a street fight.
touche.
I was like, I'm with you. Wait a minute.
Tabernacle.
The fans are chanting for tables. Tabernacle indeed. KO for the win.
I still think he wins. I'll say that because I think no matter what, however it goes, if you get Sami and Cody that come out here, we've still got about 10 minutes left in the show unless they go over. I still think that maybe he wins and we get them involved and we get the mega powers collide. We get the handshake that everybody loses their mind. That the feel good moment, 10 feel good moments of the handshake between KO and Sami.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all. I kind of feel like we're heading that way. Like I said, I mean, I would like it to be now. I would like it to get to that point, and let's move to the next point. Am I wrong? Is KO thinner than ever? Wow, Solo chucked him.
Or maybe just Solo's a thick boy.
Yeah, maybe that's helping. Yeah.
Damon Sankoa for the I had one for this. So do you have the time to like and subscribe?
Hey, you know what? Usually, well, I mean, it's always a green day around here, even when we're looking a little red. We're green at heart. Yeah, amen.
I know.
Yeah. So Solo's in control, folks, and Dale's got Solo for the win. Headbutt and KO rolls out.
I've got chairs getting loaded up in the ring right now.
Okay, I'm looking thin. Uh-oh. Crowd cheered for chairs. They want tables.
We've got tables. Just squeeze on tabernacle. We've got the tabernacle.
Tabernacle choir? No.
Hark, hear the bell. Sweet silver bell.
No Sami, no Rhodes. KO gets a beating, so he realizes he needs help. Them constantly saving him will just lead to him telling them to leave him alone.
No.
Yeah. How do you feel about
that? I could see it. I feel like it would go over like a turd in a punch bowl. So.
The thing for me is, I mean, it's definitely one way to do it. My only concern with doing it that way is that, again, I think that just buries, like, KO is not the type to wake up tomorrow and say, I came to a conclusion. I got my ass kicked again, and now I need help. He already gave us the speech.
I've seen the error of my ways. Like, no.
That's where I more like the idea of him just being convinced into it. At least he can rationalize and go, the blonde guy makes some sense.
Yeah. Guile from fucking Street Fighter makes sense.
He's skinny because he's doing Simon Dean's protein shake bars. Simon Dean. Diener. I like it.
Were you more a fan of Simon Dean or Matt Striker?
I didn't like either that much.
I actually like Matt Striker, honestly.
Striker's all right. I mean, I liked him on commentary. He was okay on commentary.
I hated the fact that he got so good at commentary that they have essentially had to forcibly dumb him down.
Right?
Yeah.
No, he was good on commentary. As far as in ring, I mean, he was all right.
Oh, I could give a rat's ass about him in ring. I liked him on commentary.
Right. Apollo Crews versus Dabba-Kato just got added to NXT tomorrow. Amazing.
Fair enough. And we will be here live covering it.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't miss the promo, Matt. I just I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe that is the setup for it. I mean, I don't know if that's the way I would go.
But my mind's telling me no.
No.
My body, my mind.
That's a no.
Yeah.
OSHA has deemed WWE announce table as the most dangerous workplace in America.
I like how you can tell you're Canadian because you enunciated that out instead of I just read that as OSHA, which is what it's known in the US.
OSHA.
You're like OSHA. I'm like OSHA.
I wasn't sure what OSHA was, so I just,
yeah, because in Canada it's all safe and it's all happy fun.
Yeah, no, I mean we got our own little fun stuff. What's
Stop,
up,
I'm sorry,
I don't know. You guys watch me for like a lot of hours. How many A's have I thrown out?
That's true. You hang around nothing but Americans, though. So
yeah, maybe that's the problem.
You trained yourself.
What's up, Big Daddy Kevin? How's it going? I read that totally backwards. Matt Striker versus Balls Mahoney in Striker Rules in December to Dismember.
Oh my God! We should do a whole
right.
We should do a whole thing on December to Dismember.
Yeah.
KO just hurling chairs right now.
The Bonnie Donnas because they had Sunny before she lost her mind.
And
I hated Simon Dean, man.
No, fair enough. I was literally trying to remember. Because I was like, well, Candido, so
that's right. And from what I've heard, now I have no idea to prove this, but apparently Candido, I mean, could have been a lot more than he was, but that's the WWE for you.
Well, no, that's Sunny for you. That's Sunny side up.
Sunny side up.
That's the only hesitation there. I was like, well, God damn it, Sunny, fuck.
Well, and Gallows versus Pretty Deadly for the NXT tag titles tomorrow. That'll be a good match, maybe.
Right.
Pretty Deadly, I still struggle to get over with me. Not just as a gimmick. They don't wow me in the ring by any stretch.
Well, I know something that's about to wow you because we've got Solo Sikoa on the bed of chairs right now as we've got comes up with the uppercut on a KO on the top rope.
We're doing wonderful. Oh, sit down. So I've been watching a lot of old Ring of Honor, and old Kevin Steen is awesome. I mean, not that I didn't know, but to go back and rewatch it, and I'm watching Kevin Steen go toe-to-toe with Rick going toe-to-toe with Jim Cornette. It's fun to rewatch, man.
I'm one of those that and no shit.
It's just fun.
Thank you for telling me the sky is blue.
Watching Adam Cole's first match again and watching old Brian, I'm like, this was so much fun.
Oh, I know I hit the Chewbacca notes there, but
why couldn't that version of Ring of Honor just have a billionaire investor that allowed that show to continue with better production?
They did. It's just called WWE.
Oh,
as KO gets fucking yeeted through the bed of chairs.
You eat it.
He who sets it up must go through it.
Right. Operational health and safety. We got a bunch. We're our provincial though. WWE announces Rabel been dangerous for years. Tables have been dangerous for years.
Makes sense. It's mostly been the Spanish announce table. Now it's moved to the English commentary table. Cannonball from KO onto the barricade, onto Solo on the barricade.
Yes, Hassan. This would be the main event tonight. Solo, KO in a street fight. Boys are banging. They're not fucking holding back. Nobody bleeding. It's so weird. I'm
fine with it.
I'm uncomfortable with this non-bleeding situation. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm fine with it compared to AEW, to where it literally, the running of FTR, they end up getting busted open. So even somebody that just runs in gets cut open.
I did like the fact that Dax pointed out there will be a receipt coming back the other way.
Yeah, but now see, we got the 2K cutscene to where KO threw Solo through the barricade. And see, right there, just eats a double super kick from the Usos. But we had a cutaway scene to where
Now,
we had to do the transition.
right?
Now we get adrenaline in my soul.
We'll see though, because
something.
KO did tell everyone to bugger off.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you tell your friends to piss off, that's when they show up and they're like, someone needs a hug.
That's what I like about this. Anybody in this chat could be right. There's 5 different opinions, and anybody could be spot on.
But that's what makes this the best storytelling in wrestling. Which Rocco, good pie side, you gonna really go against the family there of no. Vito in a skirt, 100%. Vito, friend of the channel, by the way. No, I'm homies with the dude. Like, I was a fan of the dude. I like the full-blooded Italians. I like Johnny Stamboli. I like Vito. I like, Nunzio, all of that. That's way better than the Social Outcasts.
True story. I'll give you.
I'm not even fight for the 1, 2, 3. Sorry.
Yeah, so I can hear a voice in my ear already going, "Told you."
Right, told you, motherfucker.
Right, big.
Well, we haven't wrapped up yet.
Solo with a clean win. Well,
Jay with the crop top, clean. By the way.
So you're hoping for some.
We need after school shenanigans here.
Classic. Perry Saturn and his mop versus Chavo and his wooden pony.
Moppy versus Pepe.
Pepe versus Moppy.
I mean, add in Head as the special guest referee, and I'm sold.
Dale did call it. He was in agreement with Matt.
Right, but we're not done yet. But wait,
we're on the hour. So
fuck, we got the placard, all of that. So that is how we ended. Son of a bitch. They keep us waiting.
KO did not looked surprised before the double kick. He did not look surprised.
It was the cutaway scene, like I said.
The cutaway scene.
He just came through and just knew he had to eat it. But I am surprised that that's the way that we had Monday Night Raw.
I'm not.
Really?
Yeah. It's like fucking, what is it? Not every episode can end with a smile and a woohoo. The baby faces did good. Matt was kind of bang on with his opinion there as far as, you know what? They snuffed him. And KO said, I didn't want help. I don't want help. I don't want help. So everybody said, fine, do it on your own. Now, is he willing to give in? Is he finally like, fuck, you guys are right. I can't.
That was the moment that made him realize I can't do this.
Right?
And now he comes, but I don't like that he comes out of like, hand in pocket, like,
that's where I was a little surprised with it.
I don't like that of him coming up and having to like swallow it.
Yeah, that's where when Matt suggested it and Dale said that KO Solo was going to win. I really hesitated because for the same reason you just said of that's not really like for him to finally he knows he's going to get his ass kicked. He knows he's going to get thumped. So for him to turn around and be like, well, hey guys, I just realized I keep getting beat up. So what I think they can do here is it just softens KO to Cody's pitch.
But you can't keep doing. But KO's been the guy that constantly goes being the guy of I go out on my shield type thing. All right. But no, responding to David there of you like the full-blooded Italians. Where's my pizza?
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, if you know me, I kind of gotta go with them. But I don't like I get it. At the same time, I don't like that it's now KO is gonna have to come back with his tail tucked between his legs.
Yeah.
Of very much. He was the guy that was going to go out on a shield of, I know everything that you're saying, Sami, and I know that we could do this together, but fuck you. Now that he's gotten his ass kicked for the 10th time instead of the 9th time, it's sunk in. No.
That's why I think I'm really curious on Friday. Now, again, folks, we will be here live on Friday. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun, feel-good Friday, and we'll get a little more taste of the story. Roman's already been booked for next Monday. Wasn't here tonight, but he will be here. Yeah, I'm really curious. Does it play well? Like I said, does it just soften KO to the pitch? You know what? I've told you guys no a bunch of times, but you know what? I'm feeling pretty beat up right now, and you're
I'm tired of getting my face kicked in.
Right, opposed to him just like you said, hands in pocket, like, hey guys, you still have that offer? Like, I'd rather it go the other way. 8.5, 8.5. Get your ratings in, folks. We are heading towards the door. 5, so not a lot of love. The winner of the stream battle royal tonight is Person Turquoise Waving.
Is that a part of the new Avatar movie?
Right.
Person Turquoise Waving.
5 out of 10. Tonight's an interesting show to rate. I thought it started well, and I think it just kind of lost steam. And I know the ending's a bit flat for people, but some of them are like that. What?
I was just going to say nothing about Bray Wyatt, though, too.
Not
no touching on it, no Bobby. Progressing the story, any of that.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing at all. 7 from Big Jeepers. And
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, that's what I applaud there.
Get that read.
I automatically wanted to say Jeepers Creepers. Dude, for me, I don't think it was that bad. I know people are going 3s and 5s. I think I'm a little more favorable. There was some stuff in here I did enjoy tonight. I wish they'd have a little more wrestling. The second hour killed it tonight with that big section with Austin Theory wasn't good. Yeah, you know what? I'll go 6.5.
You'll go 6.5.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's a Monday. It was a good stream. 6.5.
I'll take a point off because I was very much excited for tonight. I thought we were going to get a lot more than honestly I feel like we really got. Not saying tonight was bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it wasn't what we thought we were going to get. Sold us on a fake bag of goods, so I'll say 5.5.
A lot of sizzle, not a lot of steak.
Yeah, a lot of that. It's we were more hibachi than steakhouse.
FBI out of 10. I don't know what that means, but I will take it.
Good Parson.
Right. Avatar 212 Oscars. Hey, big shout out to Canadian Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, he even made sure to acknowledge his tribal chief during his acceptance speech and everything, which you should acknowledge us by hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification.
Right. I agree with Matt. I'm going to just run through that real quick. But yeah, I mean, I'm at the point now where it's like, all right, bro, you gotta fucking shit or get off the pot. Either walk out and let LA Knight take your spot or get on the team.
By the way, on a side note, because we do kind of halfway watch everything, USA is whooping Canada.
Yeah, I saw a comment 7 out of 10 from that, a little higher.
The score's not that close. It's 12-1.
It's 12. It was 10 3 minutes ago. It's
12-1 in the top of the third, sir.
Oh shit. The pitcher might need the hook.
The fucking team might need the hook. Like mercy rules a thing.
Listen,
right?
You put some ice on that field, we'll talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you believe in miracles?
Do you believe in miracles? That's some good shit. Canada's not even in that movie. Because they didn't transition Bobby into something else. Tells me they're sticking with it. Maybe that's just buying time.
You just gotta believe
that you still have Bo. Use Bo.
If that is Bo under the mask.
Well, now the pictures coming out of there's multiple howdies and howdy doodies and
there was multiple angles, storylines. There was multiple everythings with this. Personalities, everything.
On a side note, and I've said this before on this stream, just so people know that we do cover everything, I have competitive tag.
Tag, hear it.
Like
all right,
hardcore tag. Like I'm waiting for Johnny Mundo to show up.
Parkour.
They move like Spider-Man. It's ridiculous. There you go. Well, with all that being said, 19 days until Mania. That's insane. 19 days is it's going to be a wild ride. We got so much wrestling to cover. We got so much to come your way, folks. Yeah. Oh, I love Jim Duggan, even though, yeah.
Right.
You gotta love Jim Duggan.
Hey, he represented your country at one point. Respect.
That's a true story. Fair enough.
But
90 days to Mania, Nick. But folks, that is our stream for Monday night, and we appreciate everybody that tuned in. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching. Don't forget, you can check us out on Spotify. You can click down below for our merch, well, our t-shirt store. Get yourself a shirt, a hoodie, long sleeve. Go check it out. We got multiple colors, multiple editions, more to come. And we're working on some more stuff for you guys as well. Like I said, you may see some faces popping up on the channel that you haven't seen in a minute, but we got lots of things brewing. We will be back tomorrow, NXT, Wednesday Dynamite, all through the wrestling week. Like, subscribe, share. Check us out on socials. And thank you very much. Nick, any final thoughts?
And thank you very much. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that 4 alive with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Bye.